The Cipher and Hut
Yeah, and George is a
or
fantastic guy.
incubated. Yeah,
Yeah, fantastic guy. And he's Georgian from the Republic of Georgia. Um,
his
but you
name's
mean,
George.
mm-hmm. They're all named George or Luca or whatever, often deal. Um, and you can put like 7 consonants in a row in that language. Anyway, when you were talking earlier about the looking into people's whites of their eyes and having conviction and all this, it just reminded me of of a movie scene in Young Guns 2 when they're talking about finishing the game. Like 3 guys are sitting down to play poker, and Chicken Little comes in, says the sky's falling, and we're all going to die. And so the first guy says, I'm going to the mission. I'm going to say prayers. The second guy says, well, I'm going to go get 6 whores and a case of mezcal. And third guy says, I'll finish the game. It's like, that's kind of the philosophy you need to have if you're going to play in this world, is that when you sit down to play this game, you have to play to finish it, even if the world's coming to an end. And it's pretty neat that you guys have been playing that game and doing very well and demonstrating that. So super awesome, great example. And then to Mike and some other people who say they want to meet people and look at them, you know, um, you know what I do for a living, and nonverbal communication is 75% of true communication. And so you can hear someone talk, you can watch them read talking points, but until you sit across the table from someone and have a conversation, you really don't know shit. Once you sit, if you're a people person, whether you like people or not, if you study people, when you sit across the room and you share oxygen with a guy and you watch him, that's a whole different level. And so, guys that operate that way, trial lawyers, poker players, gamblers, investors, that's all high stakes shit. And guys at the top level that play that way have a honed instinct, and that should be respected. It's going to be right more often than it's wrong. I would say the hit rate on instincts for someone like that's going to be well above what you would think would be a great hit rate if you were trading. So 70-80%, maybe higher. Detectives have it. So there is something to be said for guys that have a social reputation on this app that get to share space with these other people and have these interactions. So when Small Cap's doing these interviews, he's honing that instinct as well. And he's going to be able to figure out a lot. Dude, I mean, those are great interviews now, but like 4 or 5 years from now, they're going to be even better. And the names he's going to be interviewing are going to be even bigger. So, I mean, just phenomenal watching you guys in the space develop. I'm an old cat, I'm long in the tooth. I'm in my second act, but and so I'm learning a lot because I'm always learning something, and it's been fun. And this is just the beginning. And like, this is the funny thing, like the big shit hasn't even happened yet. Like, that's how bullish you really have to be once you understand what's going on in the world. Like, the big shit hasn't happened yet. You guys are giving the backstories of the survivors, of the guys that made it. Their tailwinds haven't even come yet. And that's how exciting the next.
My bad. Sorry, Jeff. I accidentally hit the mute button. Go ahead. Jeff, you still there? You gotta unmute.
Oh, there you go. Well, that's how exciting the next few years are going to be. And it's incredible if you got a front row seat to it. And especially if you subscribe and get into the subscriber chat, see who stays around. This last few months, as price has been going down, I've been completely unaffected by it. I've been happy. I've been able to move out of other positions that have done extremely well and get my average down. And in one case, I actually had to increase my average to buy, which I didn't mind because I still think it's a great buy. And even though the sky's falling and shit can happen and the market can draw down, dude, you just have to finish the game. Let everybody else leave the table, but I think the mafia is going to finish the game. So super bullish, super bullish on you guys as content providers on the space you provide. Super bullish on the space. You know, loving the best $4 I ever spent on a subscription has been in the Bitcoin AI mining private chat. So subscribe. Small cap, dude, you're killing it, dude, with the interviews, dude. I'm so proud. I don't know if you've got a third one lined up yet, but if you do, could you give us an Easter egg about who's coming up next? Come on.
I guess the only thing I'll say is um, think about material and think of straw and clay.
Are you
Okay.
talking about Keel small cap farmers only?
No, not Keel, not Keel. Um, I don't know, I got a couple that are coming off like beginning of September, so I'm excited for that. All within the space. So
Straw and clay is how you make bricks, right?
or shelter,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's talking about the
Like
three
a
little pigs.
like you can make a hut, right? Theoretically speaking.
He's talking about the three little pigs and the big bad wolf.
Cool.
Oh, you know what? Something that actually I just noticed. So I tossed it in the nest real quick. So Bitcoin AI guy, I don't know if you know this guy Art. He's in the he's listening right now. He's like the best guy. I don't know if he's in mining mafia. I'm sure that he follows like a lot of people. I don't know if he knows too much about mining mafia, but he follows me. He's been the best follower and it just engages with everyone. So he has like end stage liver disease. He's had it for years. I've known him for like at least a couple years now on the app. So I just wanted to toss that in the nest. He's like a member of the community. He's the greatest dude. Even if you can't, donate to his link me or excuse me, GoFundMe, just give him some follow him, message him, give him some, words of encouragement. He's a great dude. Art Edwards.
He needs a liver transplant. One of my buddies got a liver transplant at a really young age.
He's on
He
the
was like,
list. He's on the list.
yeah.
He just doesn't have, the insurance for it. It's like, dude, it's like $1 million. It's like it's crazy. Crazy not to, hurt the mood of things. But he's a great dude, Art Edwards. If Lil Mafia, actually, I'll never forget it. I posted this like 9 or 10 months ago. Lil Mafia like donated. I don't know if it was like $50 or something like that to him, but that's a good guy, Lil
I
Mafia.
think one of our buddies in my subscriber group, he's a surgeon. Let me see if he can do something. What's his name? Uh, he's Let me see if I can send him something. I think he does liver transplants. I'm not sure. I'll look into it. He's in Saudi Arabia.
Gotcha. Well, I know. I know.
I was about to say, yeah, look internationally, man.
Well, I know Art's made. I mean, his goal is to like keep making money and trading and doing what he needs to do to build up his funds to get the transplant. But he's made some money, following mining mafia and you guys like the picks and shovel place. So it's just a good community. It's good to be a part of it.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. I gotta see if our subscriber in the group. Let me see if he can get some alpha on the liver because I know he does transplants. There's a bunch of surgeons in our group. Maybe they could share some alpha. What else?
I will also. I'm gonna send Art a message, of encouragement, and boy, that's tough. I hope things go well for him.
Yeah, my buddy has like a cool scar from his liver transplant. Looks like a shark. He tells people I think he got a shark attack.
How old was he when he had it?
16 or 17.
Jesus, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, he was all yellow. Um, he got it pretty because he was young.
Did you guys go to
But
school together, or how did you?
yeah, it was my neighbor. Like
Uh,
growing up, we went to elementary, middle school. He got it really, really young. He just like woke up yellow one day.
Yeah, it's heavy stuff, man. It like, I mean, from my understanding, just you get the life sucked out of you every day. Like no energy, no desire to do anything. It's a tough fight. So we just got to keep making money and mining mafia and finding these 10 baggers.
Only 10 baggers, dude. This, you know,
20 extra,
I was
100
about to say,
extra.
why so bearish, bro?
yeah,
We're
dude.
retard maxing here. Come on, retard maxing. 4 or 5 year minimum, 100 baggers only. That's it. Finish the game.
I'm with you.
Yeah. So I saw some of your podcasts, your interviews. But when you said the word interview, like it kind of like reminded me of this funny tweet I read about, like, I think Chad Slime. It's not about like podcast interviews. He just talks about job interviews, and it's like it's probably like a recycled joke, but it made me laugh out loud, so I'll share it. He says, "Job interviews are just two people lying to each other." It was the funniest thing. Uh,
That's facts, honestly.
yeah. So I mean, you got to be careful with podcasts because it's like it's the best version of somebody, right? So I definitely, if you get an opportunity to talk to them, to some of these people in person, there's definitely some alpha there, right? Because we was watching, because then the thumbnail is like when they were like, they weighed like 30, 40 pounds less, right? They had more hair, they didn't have any wrinkles, right? They got their teeth whitened, right? They got a hair transplant. So definitely, yeah, Mike's probably right about the in person.
Are you describing like Tinder and dating apps, or are you describing
Dude,
like YouTube
that's
thumbnail?
like, everything, right? Like your LinkedIn profile picture, right? Your dating apps, your Facebook pictures, your Instagram, everything, right? If you're going to be on a podcast, you're going to submit the best picture of yourself over the past 15 years, right? You're not going to take a selfie, right? Uh, you know,
That's true. My girlfriend tells me that my LinkedIn, like I need a new headshot. My LinkedIn profile picture just looks nothing like me, and she says I look
I was
terrible.
23 years old in my LinkedIn picture. I never had to update it because I won, right?
Well, good for
Maybe you
you.
should put up a picture like Tom from MySpace. Remember that guy? Remember Tom from is everybody too young for that?
I think I was. Yeah, I think I might be a little too young for MySpace. Never had one. I hear they're making a comeback though.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
I
that
bet.
too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. Let's get some alpha on MySpace, bro.
But keep up the podcast, bro. I think we need more of those. People suggest that I do podcasts, but like I just really don't like putting the pants on. But maybe for Mike Alfred's wine dinner, I think that the place we have to go to requires like a collared shirt, no tank tops, no Jordans, right? Uh,
Sounds like a prison on a planet bullshit to you, a guy like you,
I
doesn't
think
it?
he just wants to look at the whites of my eyes and just tell me that you know he's glad he's found someone as crazy as him. Uh, and
I'm
yeah.
telling you, that's real shit, though, man. You don't fade that. Like that's the real
Dude, yeah,
deal.
when I first met Mike on
Yeah.
Twitter, I didn't think he was a board member, right? I just thought I was just surprised that there's another bull in the space. I was like, oh shit. Because I was like posting my buys. I was like, hey, I'm excited about these sizing in here. And he's like, yeah, me too. I'm buying seven figures next week. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Wait a minute, he has 90,000 followers. So I guess we're like the only two bulls here. It was me, him, and like some traders, right? Um, yeah, so that was pretty cool. Like that's what I was looking for. Like I wanted to follow people who were following the same sector as me, and it was hard to find those people in 22, 23.
Well, it's pretty badass that you guys have just like been in the position you've been in to see what you saw, follow through on it, wait it out and be right. So again, like I admire it. It's really awesome, and I really enjoy listening to you guys riff.
All right, let's let Mike speak. He's been I know he's been refreshing my profile, waiting for to be the 420th subscriber. There's a lot of competition for it. I'm getting some private messages saying like they're also camping out, waiting to be number 420, and they just want to beat Mike at something. And Mike does not like to lose anything at all, right? Like he refuses to lose, right? So he might camp out all night, right? He says he's gonna put his kids to bed, but he's really just gonna be scrolling and refreshing my profile. And when he sees 419, he's gonna strike.
They're my son is asleep. My daughter is still at the end, but I did my job. I did the dressing and the some book reading and things like that. My wife does the final part, so I can actually escape for a little bit here. But you know, this whole subscription thing is it's either the future or completely crazy and wild, and I'm not really sure. And I think it's funny how you kind of picked up on it. It's become like a new meme. I mean, it's just insane. Michael Burry is literally blowing up people's accounts and getting paid 12.5 million a month, which is why he doesn't have to care about blowing up anyone's account, because he's going to make $12.5 million a month no matter what, because he really doesn't have to have any skin in the game. Um, I guess he sort of figured it out. But I look personally, Michael Burry's doing whatever Michael Burry's doing. I don't know why he's doing what he's doing. He clearly wasn't meant for this market anymore. And he said that in his letter to his investors, you know, just before he shut down his fund. So that's kind of, you know, why he's kind of moved on from being a professional investor and he's become a content creator. I think there is some value in sharing your ideas in this format, and for me personally, I've just had lost the real enthusiasm to participate in some of this stuff. Like there wasn't a lot of value for me anymore. Like I wasn't getting anything out of it. I give a lot, but I wouldn't get a lot back. And if I did get something back, it wasn't always something I wanted. You know, like it wasn't super helpful. So this last 3 weeks has been really refreshing. It's been really interesting. I've like rediscovered that I like participating in these spaces. I like running them. I like you know, posting. I like talking about what I'm seeing in the market. I like interacting with smart people. I like getting to know new people. It's not just about seeing people you already know, right? But like when you have too many followers, it's hard to even know who to engage with. So it's been really nice to get like the personalized messages and the stories to know like what has actually been happening all this time, like what real world impacts have actually been made through the process of sharing without really knowing, like sharing into a vortex and not really knowing what's on the other side of it. And now it's become more clear. And thanks, by the way, Bitcoin AI guy, for the referrals. That was very nice. There are people who are asking Bitcoin AI guy for me to unblock them, which I've been happy to do. I also Other people are asking me all the time to have other people unblocked, and it's no problem if it's somebody you're willing to vouch for. If you really feel that, you know, if they really feel that they were unfairly blocked or something, it's not
They
that
were saying,
important.
"Hey, I want to pay this guy. I want to subscribe to this guy, but he's blocked me. Can you just tell him I want to pay him $219 a month?" Uh, and they're telling me, while they're paying me $4 a month, right, in my alpha chat, because we're referencing your stuff, right? We were talking about how you're bullish Cipher, you're bullish, you know, all these other things. Open came up, and you know, I was like, "Yeah, I'm subscribed to him for 219." They're like, "Well, I've subscribed to him too. He just blocked me." And there's a whole bunch of people that want to pay you that are just blocked.
Yeah, well, they got unblocked, and two of the three of the ones that you recommended already subscribed. Again, I've been completely blown away. Like this was an experiment. Like I wanted to rediscover my joy of the platform that I used to have, and I thought, hey, like originally when I went in there, I'm like, okay, maybe I can charge like $1,000 or something insane, so I only get like 5 or 10, right? And then I looked and it was 239. I'm like, I don't really like that number. let's go with 219 and just see. And I didn't say anything about it in market. I woke up the next morning and there were a bunch of followers. And I was like, I wrote to some of the first ones. I says, guys, I don't even know what I'm going to do yet. Like it was really an experiment. I really don't have a plan. Like I don't know exactly what I want this to be. And almost everyone was like, we don't really care. Like we've made so much money and we've learned so much over the last 3 years that like we don't even really care what you do. We just want to stay as close as possible. And I was like, okay. But then I'm like, okay, if this many people are subscribing, then I probably should put some thought into it. So then I went back and I started to think about like what else I could do, right, to make it more personal. And I asked everybody, like the first 50 or 100 people, I said, well, what would be the most valuable to you? And honestly, it was less of specific than you would think. It was more exactly what I just said. It was like I just want to be around a like-minded group of people that are all pushing in the same way towards the same things. And I want to learn. I want to grow. I want to interact with good people. And I don't want all the bullshit and the noise that you get in the open internet. Like a lot of people like that I don't tolerate nonsense, right? Like if people say really dumb stuff, I just don't listen. I don't invite people up on the stage just to let them go on. I'm in these other spaces with some of these folks, and they like allow trolls to go on, and they allow people to ask questions about XRP for like 30 minutes, or meme coins or whatever, and it's not helpful. Like it doesn't help anyone with anything, and I've just always had kind of a zero tolerance for that stuff, and people like that now. It's kind of codified because you come into the subscription group where you're in the replies and there's like no bots, no trolls, everything is productive, everybody's trying to make money. Pretty much everybody in there has already made money. So it's less of the people who are whining that life hasn't been good to them and more of the people who've had success and would like to continue to have more success. So they just have a totally different mindset. And I think when I just checked a second ago, what is it, like 646 or something? It's insane. It's completely insane. I think in one more subscriber, and it'll be like $1.7 million gross annualized revenue run rate, which is like most people in the world would like to make $1.7 million a year, right? That wasn't the point of starting it. The point of it was to have a smaller community of people I could actually engage with and rediscover my love of the platform. And again, since I didn't have any real plan when I started, I'm as surprised by this outcome as anyone. But now it seems to have become a meme, and I've got Bitcoin AI guy up here trailing me, running a similar strategy, high alpha, but he's going for the value tier, right? And he's referring people to
Deep
the other
value tier.
tiers,
Deep value tier.
the value tier. And I've got other people like laughing and joking about it, and I've got the trolls in O'Hare's room claiming they must all be people. They must all be like sock puppet accounts for me that I'm using just to fluff my own ego because I really need somebody to subscribe to a group that I didn't even know what it was when I started it. Like, it's just insane the stuff that people come up with. Like, people are that sad and that like lacking in self confidence and have that many issues that they would like rather come up with stuff like that than just consider the fact that maybe there are a lot of people out there who actually get value from really high quality content. I see Franz down there. Franz creates really high value content. Like I don't know why anyone would ever criticize that. Like that's if you put in the work and you develop unique alpha, you deserve to get paid for it. And I don't like no one's accusing Franz or Bitcoin AI guy of creating stock puppet accounts, but of course, it must be me. I must be 645 of the 646 accounts that subscribe because that makes a whole lot of sense, right? It makes a whole lot of sense why I would do that. But anyway, it's been great so far. I'm really looking forward to seeing how it's going to go. The quality of the conversation's been through the roof good in the spaces. The quality of the replies has gone up by 50x. The amount of spam I'm dealing with has dropped dramatically during the week, so I can spend more time like sharing the market color and focusing on what's happening in the market and less like trying to determine like if there's any real human interaction at all happening on X, which is unfortunate that that's what the public part of X has become. And so I'm just going to keep going, right? And the haters have largely gone silent. The haters, as I like to, they pop up whenever you do something new, whenever you change your mind. Whenever any stock that you own or are involved in goes down for some period of time, that's the biggest trigger, by the way. You're a hero when the stock's going up, but then you're a pariah when the stock's going down, and literally nothing changed a lot of the times. But again, if you're that emotional and angry about the movement of stocks, then you're not going to be good in the stock market, right? Like to be an operator in the stock market over long periods of time and have success, you largely have to disassociate with your childlike feelings and emotions. But a lot of folks haven't been able to do that yet. Every time the stock goes down, they get angry, and every time the stock goes up, they get completely euphoric, and that's fine, right? Like to each their own. That's what makes a market. You actually do need other people. I said this a lot, but you do need other people to make mistakes and behave badly in order to get really, really good alpha and really good entries, right? Where you have real edge and you have an opportunity to make money. If everybody was behaving perfectly, if everybody was behaving in a game theory optimal way, where they were always making like the right decisions along a curve, then securities prices wouldn't reflect the negative emotions and the dysfunctional emotions that you need in order for the securities prices to be wrong. You need them to be wrong for some period of time so that you can buy them when they're cheap and you can sell them when they're overvalued. You need people to behave on both ends of misbehave on both ends of the spectrum. So I'll consistently continue to point that out. I'm going to be doing more live market color, like where I'm just sitting and working and I'm sharing it exactly as it comes. I've been doing that a little bit of that over time, but I'm realizing feeding that type of stuff to the trolls is a really bad idea. I get zero value from it, and then they just like aggregate a whole bunch of stuff so they can wait for some moment 7 years from now where they can claim I was wrong about something. And I just don't care. Like you're going to be wrong about a lot of things in the market. That's the point. You're going to take a lot of shots on goal, and you're going to score some goals, and you're going to put some wins on the board. But anyone who thinks that this is about being 100% correct doesn't understand the game. And so I just want to interact with people like that every day. I want to actually have like an adult level interaction with other adults who understand that it's a probabilistic game and exercise at all times, who have already had success by following a probabilistic approach and want to consistently refine how they think about things in live time. Like look at real, instead of talking about a case study a year after it happened, like let's go through this stuff live. Like the best opportunities to buy stocks is when people are afraid today. But it's also for influencers and content creators, it's the hardest time to actually create the right content. Because the people who actually do know something and who are probably going to be right about the future, they're temporarily out of favor, right? And the bears, the people who are constantly perma bearing and dooming on everything, they're temporarily in favor. And you'll notice the number of spaces that pop up led by these like perma bear people skyrockets every time it's an actual buying opportunity. It's one of the best heuristics there is. Just wait until George Noble holds a space where he's parading around the room about how he made money on something, and you know we're at an intermediate or short-term bottom. It's been one of the most predictive indicators of the last 3 years for me. He doesn't do them often, but when he does, it's been a bottom every single time on either the broader market or some particular stocks that he's dumping on. And a lot of times he spends most of his space just dumping on particular people. But that's what perma bear doomer type people do who have underperformed their potential for most of their lives. The one thing that you can do that feels better is to pile on other people when they're temporarily down or in a drawdown or right out of favor. It's kind of a low quality thing to do, but people do it all the time. So anyway, thanks Bitcoin AI guy for hosting, and thanks everybody for anybody who's joined my little experiment, and we'll just keep going and see what happens. I do think it's going to be really interesting when we do get back into a Bitcoin bull market. I mean, one of the things I've learned over the last 6-7 years on here is that whenever Bitcoin's in an expansion phase, like this whole app just goes nuts, right? So the fact that like we have as much engagement as we do right now, when Bitcoin's still down a little over 50% from all-time highs, is a very good sign. I think the quality and the stickiness of there's a hardcore group of us now who are like truly battle hardened and are prepared to like fight our way all the way to Valhalla, even if it takes like an extra 5 years. Because here we're 5 years after Bitcoin made an all-time high in the 2021 cycle, and we're still below the all-time high price. So anyone who says it's the this is a bear market, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure we experienced any cycle at all yet. Like I think what happened is we sort of rebased from the lows, which were extended below the previous cycle all-time high, the 20,000, high 19s on Coinbase, all-time high from 2017 in December. Like we breached that on the way down because of FTX and because of all the nonsense, Three Arrows and Genesis and BlockFi and Voyager and Celsius and on and on and on. And so, like, we rubber banded the other way, and I think the move basically back to 60, 70K was the rebasing, and then the move to 126 was an early cycle impulse. Like, with the benefit of hindsight, there was no real cycle. There's been no real business cycle. There's been no real expansion outside of AI broadly in the economy. AI has basically like overcome everything, and so I do think there'll be a Bitcoin bull market. It'll probably correlate with a broader business cycle. It'll probably correlate with other sectors of the economy starting to win relative to AI again. And that could happen anytime. But I think when it does happen, you've got a really nice base now, in addition to institutions that are really long duration and only have put Bitcoin on the balance sheet or have purchased it over the last few years because they intend to hold it. I think anybody who's still left from retail should do pretty well now because a lot of the nonsense is just gone, and we don't have any of the structural issues. Like almost all the bad exchanges have blown up. Even the exchanges that behaved badly in previous cycles have cleaned up their act because they've been forced to, because otherwise they would have been regulated out of business. Right? They put some of the exchange CEOs, even the ones who didn't collapse, they put them in prison for a period of time. Right? And of course, everybody gets a pardon eventually if you have enough money. So that's your best protection if you're a crypto CEO, right? Is to get enough money from whatever you did before, such that you can buy your pardon later. And a number of folks have sort of done that. They've lobbied their way into good graces. But all that being said, the cycle is now driven by BlackRock and Fidelity, right? It's driven by a different cohort of firms, people that are not fractionally reserved, right? Are not redenominating the tokens that you're depositing in their shady offshore crypto casino exchange. And a lot of the worst actors already blew up, and a lot of the worst actors left. Right, the worst actors in a lot of these spaces, they're attracted like a moth or a mosquito to a bright light. So when the space is burning hot and there's a lot of heat on the space and a lot of energy, those types of bad actors show up, and they're everywhere. They were everywhere. They were running, scurrying around like crazy in 2020 and 2021. You had all these, like this whole crypto Twitter thing. You had all these people who had no idea what they're doing, following Suzu as if he was a god, and literally all he was doing was lying to his lenders and taking the money to speculate and overtrade to the point of basically collapsing almost the whole system, right? And you get things like Terra Luna that a lot of people were speculating on. That's just not happening now, right? So you have fertile ground now when we do get a turnaround where Bitcoin should actually do fine. And it might be more sustainable. So I think when we do go into the first kind of real cycle move since 2020, 2021, it could be much more sustainable this time around because it'll be built on a less brittle market structure. Like it's a real market structure. It's an institutionalized market structure. And that may be frustrating to people who are expecting a 2017 or 2021 bull rally before, but that's okay. It doesn't matter what anyone's expecting. The market doesn't owe you, me, or Bitcoin AI guy anything. You got to take what it gives, and you got to wait. And you got to be patient for the opportunities. And I'm still convinced that fundamentally nothing's really changed with Bitcoin. But when it does make its next move and becomes more impulsive again, you can imagine the amount of excitement on X. Like I think X has a lot of vitality again. And all it needs really now to really light the match is a Bitcoin bull market. A Bitcoin bull market would create a lot of excitement, and I think that excitement would be broad this time around. Like I think it would. I think Bitcoin is now viewed as a risk proxy globally by a lot of people in a way that it wasn't in previous cycles. So it may be heavier, it may be harder to get that process going, but once it's going, it may go longer and it may create more ripple effects than it did previously because it's much more embedded into the broader system and it has a potential to get much bigger. We haven't even really benefited yet from like the flywheel of the convexity of IBIT calls. Like every IBIT call you bought out of the money is basically expired worthless since IBIT came out. IBIT calls came out. there'll be a mean reversion on that, where for some period of time, maybe 6 months or a year, every IBIT call you buy, it finishes in the money. Like, you literally can't buy an IBIT call that doesn't come in the money at some point, right? Like, this is kind of the way markets work. They mean revert pretty heavily, and the more dramatic a move is to one side, the more dramatic the move back, the snapback could possibly be. So again, I don't have no idea when that's happening. I'm not predicting it's going to happen in the near term. But it's just quiet enough now, and there's just enough people who don't think that could happen, that I'm really starting to believe that it will happen. And I do think it'll make for a very renewed environment for those of us who stayed active on X, that are building kind of little communities on X around these different subject matters. And I do think a broadening to Bitcoin and other sectors beyond AI would be very good for asset markets broadly. So I maintain my generally bullish posture. And separately, I would say there's really no sign of broad exuberance. And actually, what happened in July to situational awareness and Jane Street and a number of other players, it was a pretty broad washout. I mean, if it clipped Jane Street after basically like years and years and years of zero losses, then you can imagine it clipped a lot of other systematic strategies. And so all of those systematic strategies right now are completely delevered, right? And they've all sold a lot of this stuff. But yet the fundamental story for a lot of this stuff is still really positive, which is one of the reasons why, like, a stock like SanDisk came all the way down from like 2,500 or something, and came all the way back down to 1,000. You blink and it's back at 1,600. Because there's a lot of folks who got systematically removed from that position, right? Because of risk limits, because of stops, because of technicals, right? Not because anything really changed. The memory market is super tight. And I think that'll continue. I think that whole process here will continue. And like Bitcoin, which is now being built on institutional market structure, the next wave, the next move, the next expansion in AI stocks will be built on an environment where even Jane Street got blown out a bit. Which is super healthy, right? You really don't want anyone to sort of have the keys to the whole system where they're not even capable of taking losses. I think taking losses is a good reminder that, like, this is a hard game, and you can't get overconfident no matter what, no matter how well your system seems to be working for some period of time. That can all revert on you at any time. I think there's a certain amount of humility, and the market will enforce a certain amount of humility. You don't have to say I'm humble and pretend to be humble. Like, the market enforces over long periods of time humility. So these people come in these spaces and say, "Oh, people need to be more humble." It's like they don't really get it yet, right? It's not a choice. It's not something you have to talk about. If you're talking about it too much, it means you don't understand yet. The market will humble you anyway, whether you like it or not. No matter what persona you express publicly, no matter what you say in private, no matter what you say in public, like, the market will humble you eventually. If you don't understand that and you have to talk about humility, like, I can't really help you. It's sort of like these people who it turned out were not that smart, who kept saying stay humble and stack sats. Like, if you have to talk about staying humble, like, you already lost, right? Sorry. You don't understand humility, and you don't actually understand what it takes to be successful in the modern economy. And nobody should be stacking sats if you can afford to stack whole Bitcoin, right? So, like, let's aim a little bit higher here, folks. Let's not be thinking super small minded. Like, I understand the worshiping at the pleb altar thing that these guys do, but that the same people who said put everything on a cold card. First, they said you only need one chair and one mattress, and you can sell everything else. If you own anything else, you're an idiot. And then they said take all your Bitcoin and put it on cold card. And ironically, anybody who listened to that, they only have one chair and one mattress now. So unfortunately, people got exactly what they thought. They're going to have to stay very humble now, and they'll have to revert to stacking sats. But this time, they should use Fidelity or IBIT maybe. Maybe even MSTR would be better for them, because at least they'll still have something if they get hacked again. So anyway, I've gone on for too long. Thanks for having me, Bitcoin AI guy. I always appreciate Sundays. Great, one of the great days of the week. I prefer Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, and actually Thursday and Friday and Saturday as well. But Sunday's also a wonderful week. So it's great to share some of this, one of my favorite days of the week, with you all today. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being here, Mike. Let's go to Danny because he recently was unblocked by Mike Alfred and subscribed to Mike Alfred. As soon as Mike came on, Danny jumped up, and he also subscribes to me, right? So I gotta prioritize the subscribers. And before Danny, before you say a word, just a comment on subscribers. Like, I like subscribing to people. I like subscribing to Franz. Right, I like his community a lot. I like reading everything. Um, you know, I was building communities for years without monetizing it. Right, like I genuinely enjoy building communities and learning. Right, with others, like bears or bulls. I want you here. I want you to challenge my thesis. Let me know I'm wrong. Let me know I'm right. Uh, you know, may the best thesis win. Right? Like that's what I really enjoy doing. And yeah, let's go to Danny, and then we can go around. Danny, you still
I'm
here?
I'm not saying that Danny was ever on stage personally.
Oh, I see. I see him as a speaker. Uh,
Yeah, I don't see
Oh,
him as a speaker.
sometimes spaces will glitch, dude. It's stupid.
Yeah,
damn.
no, I know. I don't see Journeyman as a speaker either, but Journeyman's become one of the most recognizable voices in Bitcoin Twitter over the last 6 months for good reason. He's a good guy, smart guy.
Yeah, he's really smart. He subscribes to me.
I love you guys. Subscribe and get gigantic diamond balls. Retard maxing is the way to win at life. And if you're look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. It was because like I say it all the time. I caught iron in the lows because of Mike, and then I got a lot of like alpha from the mining mafia group, and that allowed me to stack Bitcoin. Although I would still stack sets, but because I'm not as rich as you guys, but subscribe, and then you will get endless amounts of wealth and
This is
gigantic.
not a one-way relationship. Like, I subscribe to
Yeah,
Mike. He doesn't subscribe to me yet. So it's kind of one way. But
dude,
I,
I'm trying to get him to
I,
subscribe to me
I
before I
subscribe to
subscribe to him.
Journey because he inspires me to get healthy. Mike is prime entertainment. Franz delivers the alpha consistently. Serenity just shows me like what you could do, right? With Twitter, right? It's pretty awesome, right?
It's pretty feast or famine out here, guys. It's like the K-shaped economy. I mean, I'm looking at Journeyman's subscription. He's at $32 a month, and I don't. That doesn't seem fair to me, right? I mean, like, look, capitalism is about fairness at all, but like, I don't think I'm adding like tens or hundred thousands of more value than Journeyman. The market right now is saying I'm at. I don't know. You have to do the math. It's like 60,000 times more value or something. Um, but I don't think that's fair. I think he's probably only adding. I'm only adding like 50,000 times value. So you want to arb the difference between Journeyman's subscription and my subscription, and same with AI guy. Like you could arb Bitcoin AI guy. Bitcoin AI guy. What are you at? 400 at $4. Was that 1,600 a month?
Yeah. But the price is gonna go up as we fill up because
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So you're at 1,600 a month. I'm at like 140,000 a month, and Michael Burry's at 12.5 million a month. Right. So the gap between me and Burry is still bigger than the gap between me and you. And that's the K-shaped economy. This is the thing that's so wild about the economy, right? Is like it's really feast or famine. This is like a little silly microcosm of that. Look, there is a lot of value being created here. I honestly had no idea. I mean, I've had hundreds of months. I would read some of these things to you guys. I should put together like some sort of artwork using all of it. It's incredible. It's like you read the stuff and you go, holy shit, this place. Even though it seems like a joke sometimes, and a lot of people are trolling, and there's a lot of fake news and stuff like that, the net result is like a lot of people have actually had very material outcomes because of what they've learned here. And I assume it's the other way too. Like a lot of people have had very negative outcomes. But I'm, largely focused on the people that are trying to have great outcomes. And so those people are like super engaged, and they're hungry. They want more. Like once you achieve like a certain amount, like let's say your goal was to get to 1 million net worth or something, and you get to 5, like you'd be shocked. Like a lot of people who haven't made it to 1 million are like, I'd get to 1 million, I'd be so satisfied. No, like you get to 1 million, you'll be to 5 very quickly because it's a compounding game. It's much easier to go from 1 to 5 actually than it is to start out and get to 1 million. But once you get to 5, you won't even remember how you felt before you had 1 million, right? Because it's irrelevant. Like you become a different person. Like basically, the money becomes it's an accoutrement to the journey in life of achieving whatever the level that you're supposed to achieve is, and that equates to money. So a lot of people think of it the other way, like if I had money, I could get to a certain level. And I think of it more as if I keep getting to new levels, the money will eventually match the level that I'm at with a lag, right? So when your mind thinks like 100 millionaire, then it's just a matter of time. Absent, as I like to talk about, the leaky bucket, right? So like a lot of people have kind of leaks in their game where they're thinking right about business, but they don't think right about personal risk management, right? So they don't have an umbrella policy, right? They don't tell their kids not to drink and drive, right? So their kid gets in an accident and they've got to deal with the liability of that. They get divorced, right? They develop a gambling problem or a drug problem or whatever. And so, yeah, their mind's in the right place in terms of the business, or in terms of the investing, but they have all these other leaks that eventually stop them from compounding at the same rate. But absent those leaks, if you're really good at managing your leaks and you're honest about what your issues are and you address them, then it's just a matter of getting your mind to the level that it needs to be at in order to it to equate to that money. So, like, if you want to be worth $10 million or $50 million, you just need to think like somebody who's worth 10 million or $50 million. Because if you do, and you develop those frameworks for thinking like that and making decisions like that, then it sort of just becomes a matter of time. Again, absent those leaks and absent random things like getting cancer or something like that, which might slow you down temporarily. But it won't stop you as long as you don't die, right? The only thing that actually ends compounding permanently is death, right? So if you knew today that you're going to live 50 or 70 years, then becoming very wealthy is basically a fait accompli, right? It's effectively guaranteed because it's just math. The problem is you don't know how long you're going to live, right? And so a lot of people, I think they think they're going to live shorter, maybe, or they think they're going to retire younger or later or whatever, and they're wrong. Like they live longer, they're healthier later, and they could have invested, with a bit more aggressiveness earlier and later, right? Like if you think you're gonna live till 60, the biggest mistake you're gonna make is to invest too conservatively when you get to your 50s, right? But if you think you're gonna live till you're 60 and you live till you're 90 or 100, then it's definitely a mistake, right? And I think that's more likely than not, especially the way things are going. So anyway, I'm going off here for no particular reason.
Mike, would you mind sharing what was the inflection point when you started the paywall? Because it's my understanding you kind of got to the paywall recently, but what was, if you don't mind sharing, what was the inflection point or the person who really was the one that influenced realizing that you are adding enormous value to people? It's not that they owe you, but you at some point get to a space, I'm sure, in your life where you think, I'd almost give more in a strange way. Would you mind sharing?
I don't think it was any particular person that influenced me. I just watching the way these models have evolved and seeing the enthusiasm for Michael Burry's Substack. It was definitely an inspiration because I'm like, man, this guy hasn't been right in like 18 years, and
Right.
yet he's got 300,000 subscribers. Like,
Totally.
I know I'm adding more value than that to a smaller group of people. I'd like to learn more about it.
100% if it's real alpha, right? We're all looking
Yeah,
for it. I mean,
yeah,
if
I didn't like. It's hard for me to engage individually because I'm a one man show. I talk about this a lot. Like a lot of people don't understand exactly what this means,
that's
but like
awesome. Yeah.
I run $150 million hedge fund entirely by myself. Right? I have no traders, no analysts, no investment committee, no assistant, no nobody. It's just me. It's just me and my laptop. Right? And I can do that because I have no nonsense. Right? I don't have whiny LPs.
Right. And you have full autonomy.
Yeah, I don't have whiny shareholders. I don't have an investment committee. I don't have to report to anyone. It takes me about 5 minutes a month to do admin. I take the fund administrator accounting. I run a single report that takes me 20 seconds to run through the prime broker that pulls every trade into a file, right? And I send it to my one outside LP, who I'm not even sure they look at the data. I don't think they care
No. Yeah.
because they trust me and they know that I'm good at what I do. And even though it's a lot of money, right, it's not a lot of money for them. And so like it's like even the fund is like an experiment for both of us. Like we're not running it like we want to like have 77 LPs and have regular update calls, and there's going to be an investment committee with a bunch of people on it, and we're going to have a Friday meeting where we review all the, like, I don't want to do any of that.
Yeah, that's what's remarkable about living in today's time is we have lived, guys like you and I'm 43. We've lived through the media change where autonomy is at its pinnacle right now because just like you're able to generate enormous amounts of revenue through a media. I mean, that's really what it is. People are able to focus their attention on individuals who, like you said, bring more legitimate alpha than all the characters and actors we see on a lot of the large media platforms.
And to be fair, and is this Danny talking? Who's talking?
It's Jay Billy.
Okay, because I can't see who's on stage because it's glitchy. But thanks, Jay Billy. Just to be clear, for everyone here, like, I haven't received any money from X at all, right? So like, to me, again, this was an experiment. I had no idea. I thought I'd have like 17 subscribers. My primary source of income will continue to be, and will likely always be, being a full-time investor, because that's my dharma. That's what I was put on the planet to do, and I have a real edge, which I'm in the process of demonstrating at scale over time. And the reason why I did things the way I did is I wanted to be left alone to practice the art of investing. I didn't want to have to share that experience with a bunch of other people. It turns out if you're really good at something, you're not going to get a lot of additional benefit from basically blending your ideas with other people's ideas, because the quality of the average idea goes down.
Yep, and scaling is overrated.
Yeah, it's the lowest common denominator exercise. I'm not hiring 3 IR people so that I can have dozens of LPs, so that those LPs can call me every time one of my stocks is down to tell me that they're worried because their statement says they're down 20%. Like, I just don't care. I think I can generate exceptional absolute returns by not caring at all about short-term mark-to-market volatile. But anyway, to finish the point, though, I do all that entirely by myself, right? Almost every fund of my size has at least 2, 3, 4 employees. So I do that by myself. I have no support or assistance. I do not use AI at all for any of my board work. So I was on 5 boards, but thankfully I sold one company back in July. That was a really good outcome. But I'm still on 4 boards, including 2 public boards. So that's a certain workload in and of itself. And then I'm obviously a very active participant on social media. But up until 3 weeks ago, I just shared freely and voluntarily for no particular reason. I mean, I enjoy it. It has opened a lot of doors for me. Whenever I go anywhere now, I get recognized. When I was in Wyoming the other day, a guy ran into me at the market and asked to take a photo, and my wife's just standing there chuckling, right? And that's why I use the
That's
cartoon picture.
awesome.
I
Yeah.
don't actually want to be recognized, but people
No.
recognize me anyway. And so, but I do this because I love it. Like, I love the game and I love participating. I love interacting with people. But I was finding doing this for free for no particular reason to starting to drag. Right, I was experiencing more negative feedback than positive feedback, in spite of the fact that over the last 3-4 years, on everything that's big that matters, I've more or less been directionally correct.
Yeah, that's why what I said earlier, I feel is kind of happening in my own life where you're doing something for a while and because you like to do it. And then once it becomes monetized and once it becomes put into sort of a different category in your brain, it actually gets more attention and more effort and then expands through momentum simply because you shifted a little.
Yeah, and look, I had no specific intention. I suspected that there were people. It just turns out in life, right, that the people who really enjoy something oftentimes don't speak, but the people who don't like something or really hate something are the loudest, right? So Yelp is a good example, and it frustrates the shit out of restaurant owners because the people who love the meal just go home and maybe they book again next month because they loved it that much and they come a lot. But they're like, why would I write anything? Like, I don't want it to be busier. I want to be able to get a reservation, right? And so this hasn't been that different, right? Where it turned out, and I didn't know this, there are literally hundreds of people that have made anywhere from hundreds of thousands to tens of millions of dollars over the last 2 or 3 years, primarily from things that they heard about for the first time from me. And they'll specifically say, I heard that for the first time from you. And I'll be like, holy shit, I had no idea. And people just, a lot of people say something like, well, I've never wanted to join a space. The spaces are too big. It's too loud. There's too much noise. Like, but I wanted you to hear this story directly. And I swear to you, like probably half the people have basically said, I just wanted to join because I want to stay close and I wanted to support you. Not that, hey, can you tell me about this particular stock today? Right? Although there are a fair bit of people who want commentary on specific stocks, a lot of it is more, look, I want the psychology, I want the mindset. It's calming on down days to have somebody who you know is in the market bigger than you, and who, when they have a $200,000 drawdown, I'm in a $20 million drawdown or a $50 million drawdown. They like knowing that, right? And look, I assume that was the case, but after enough noise and nonsense, you start to question it. You're like, maybe this is more detrimental than positive. But the last 3 weeks have sort of reinvigorated me. I've realized that there is much more to do here. There are more people that are benefiting than I knew of. They were just quiet. And something about this whole subscription thing has like brought those people out. Like they're loud now.
Yeah, they're
They're
the
the loudest voice in my ear. They're in my DMs right now.
100%.
Right?
It's the
They
tribal
want
nature.
answers. They want conversation,
They want clubs, you know.
and I didn't get that. I wasn't getting that on here anymore. Like I was, we're having some of the same conversations, but then the same nonsense as well. And it was being used as a weapon. It's being weaponized against me versus something that was uplifting, right? And I have enough going on. I don't need to deal with the drama.
Well, yeah, but behind the paywall now, you feel like you can sort of do different things behind there as you do out in front of it, and I think that's yeah, what's wonderful. I think all of us are looking for a club, and I think the paywall creates a club, like a specific club. It's one of my criticisms of what's going on currently in Bitcoin is it's not as fun of a club as it used to be. It's not as secretive. There's lots of people involved, and Jay Billy's always found value in life on private clubs. I mean, they've existed since the beginning of humanity, and they'll never go away. And they get a bad rap because most people aren't in them, and most people hate what they're not in. So I have seen the dichotomy of the media change and this paywall extravaganza begin. And of course, it was sensationalized to the masses through OnlyFans. Um, I kick it with a lot of old, wealthy, self-made boomers, and I try to share some of that information here on X of how they think, and they you know they all know about OnlyFans and this whole like hyper wealth that gets created through these paywalls, and they're really not as aware some that it's on all kinds of different platforms and it's on all kinds of different topics and all these different layers of ideas that humans like to be passionate about. And that's what I think is incredible about the the platforms and the stratosphere, as I call it.
Yeah, I agree with you on the private club thing. It's something that is really accelerated in my life in the last, call it, year. I wasn't a member of any private clubs whatsoever, probably right around a year ago. And then I couldn't get into this private gun club. It was this like it's like special forces and like the local police and stuff like that. It's like a pretty heavy duty group of people. And I was like, oh, what do you got to be, like a Green Beret or a Navy SEAL to get into this place? And then I got invited by a guy who I know from Bitcoin, who's anonymous. I went and shot there, and then afterwards we went to the office, and it turns out there was a sign up, like they were opening it back up to people. Like they kind of shut it down a little bit during COVID, I think, to keep the membership a little smaller and tighter, and then they started opening up, and I caught it, and I got into it, and it was like refreshing to not drive by this beautiful looking gun club up against the mountain, and not be able to go in there, and to get my membership card and my 5-year NRA membership, because you're required to get that. Like I don't particularly necessarily care specifically for the politics of that organization, but it's a requirement, and I wanted to join this club, and it's been great. Right, like you can go there anytime. There's always tons of rooms. It's a huge club, and a lot of times it's just empty. And so I joined that. Then I bought a condo in like the most exclusive like residential community in my state. right? Where, it's like half the people in there are billionaires. Like, you have to buy a piece of real estate in order to get access to the club. And it's amazing. Like, there's 3 or 4 different restaurants. They fly the sushi in from Japan. You can order whatever you want. So, like, you can start with like sashimi, right? Like different types of sashimi, and then you can transition into like a traditional steak dinner. You can transition into a pasta dinner or whatever. And it's very small, right? So, like, I'm sitting there and like a famous actor walks by and says, "Hey, your kids look good," right? And then the owner of 2 or 3 different sports teams walk by during a given week. And it's cool, right? It's like you're the only person in the room, and the owner, this billionaire who's an owner of a sports team, walks by and says hello. So I joined that, and then there's other social club open that was more of like a drinking social club. And I was like, screw it, I'm like on a roll. Let me join this one. So I got one of my buddies who is like a celebrity member of that club to like fast track me, because otherwise they've been sitting on everyone's applications. Like, you put in your application and it's like goes into a void and you never hear back from them. So I had my friend who I'm very close with. I sort of lobbied him to help me, and he got me in 3 days. And so, like, all of a sudden now I went from no exposure to these things to 3 of them, and I have to say, like, it does deeply enrich your life, because you have private spaces now where you can go in person, and interact with other people, and it's nobody's taking photos, like nobody's coming up to you that you don't know. It's really secure, right? Because the security, especially in the residential one I joined, is like one of the most secure residential communities in the United States, right? It's like up there with Indian Creek and some of these places that have their own private police
Okay, yeah,
forces.
yeah, that's what you got to have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a part of a private club that goes and does football tailgates, but they're private, but you would never know it. And it's a collection of people from all over the country, and it's incredible because we all have something very close in common. I'm more of an involved person in organizing it, but the people that all come have one thing in common in their life, and that's what brings them, and it brings people from every single walk of life because what they have in common is personal. They had a personal tragedy and lost their spouse. That's what the specific thing that they all have in common. And then I have a media group of my own, and one of the influencers, the one who has corralled all these people over the last couple of years, because he tragically lost his wife. And it's remarkable. Talk about enriching. It has enriched my life. And we'll bounce around to college football games during the college football season and throw these tailgates, and people just walk up, total strangers, but we know them from you know the subscriptions, but we have so many that it sometimes it's only 50 to 100. And we had one last year, 350 people showed up to it. It was incredible. So yes, I'm with you, Mike. I'm a huge supporter of you and everybody else out there with paywalls and whatever. If you've got a sauce and you've got a idea that actually brings people benefit in their life, right, it doesn't have to be stocks and things like that. I think people are yearning for that. They need it. And the divisive nature that we've been living through for the last like 5 or 6 years with all the different topics in social world, it's exhausting. And I live it. And it sounds like you do too, Mike. I live it where the majority of humans, they just want to be around other people that act like them. They don't care what they look like. They don't care where they've come from. They don't care they just want people that have roughly what they have and act like them. So anyway, thanks.
This is exact same with combat vets. And I mean, guys that really, had trigger time, or guys with purple hearts. I got a purple heart, in 2004. And
Never
it's,
forget, bro. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't go down to the VFW and drink with those guys or anything, but we have our own little meetups, and they happen all over the world, and it's an awesome time. And I wouldn't trade it for the world.
No, Jeff, that's incredible, dude. Thank you for all that you do there. Addiction AA meetings have evolved too. I know and run with some people that are in that sector. They have changed dramatically because just like you said, Jeff, you might not click with the meeting in person with your local group, but a lot of people do it online now, and they go through these platforms where they feel comfortable because it's on the other side of a paywall. and they feel comfortable to say things because it's not just total random people. And even if it's a $5.99 a month paywall, they get to go there and talk about their story as opposed to going to the public AA meeting.
Oh yeah, I mean, anybody that like poured gasoline into a truck in Kuwait, in the Air Force, and ate at Burger King every day can join the VFW. This is not the same as guys that like gotten 160 gunfights in 8 months and see huge difference. Yeah, we don't go to like support groups and shit. We just find each other in our own little nooks and crannies. We have a little club. We don't even have a name for it, but we meet. And some of the guys in the club were in other militaries, and we served with them over there. And it's awesome hanging out with them. And I've met great people that way. That's why I love the travel aspect. For me, is I should get to reconnect with people I haven't seen that have chewed some of the same dirt. And yeah, it's nice to be in those spaces, and it's cool having the subscriber paywall up because it kind of creates a little bit of a partition for people that are serious enough. So
100%.
yeah, and that's the thing.
It's
Like,
got to be
so
that. It's
$4 is too low, and I understand what he's doing. He's waiting for the rest of the mafia to show up. I get it, and I just can't wait for it to go up to 50 or 100 because then we're gonna get like a lot more quality. And like,
yeah.
you don't want to. It's almost like the saying you don't want to join a club that would have you as a member, right?
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. I mean,
Like,
yeah,
well, yeah, I think
like
we're
having the
So
exhausted
what you're
search of being
telling
in the
me,
right
Jeff, is
club.
I gotta increase my price to $100 per month. Done.
Yes.
Okay.
Do it.
good.
Starting tomorrow.
And then you'll filter out the people who don't think you're worth that. Believe me, Jay Billy's group, it's private for sure, and I'm always making sure that I have the most effective people in my group, right? That actually also bring value to my group. If you don't have any value, right, then you're not maximizing my group and my club, and then my club isn't really maximizing any of the time and moments and conversations they have with you either. So it's definitely a give and take, and I think for all of us, you should always be looking for clubs, and you should always be looking for people like you.
Hey, AI guy, if we go from $4 for your lunches instead of natural light, can we have Heinekens? If we go to $50 for our meetups there?
Dude, you're worried about the wrong prices. You should be focused on the market.
I know those meetups are going to happen at a Chipotle. Yeah, he's already told us that.
I'd come to that.
Can't have the lettuce though right now. You gotta wait.
I don't think Chipotle's had any of those problems. I know there was a salmonella hit job come out of the political apparatus known as the state of Minnesota a couple weeks ago, but Chipotle just was rocking into earnings, and they bought back some shares.
Bro, I ain't touching any lettuce in the supply chain right now.
Yo, Shepard, I think you muted everyone.
Oh, sorry if I did that, J Billy there. Little slip of finger. But yeah,
The Mike
lettuce is crazy.
supremacist.
No lettuce at all, huh? No lettuce at all? When's the last
Journey.
time you had lettuce?
Farmers only.
Dude, I don't think most of the community even knows I have a subscription. I think you have to like yell it for like weeks and months, and then people are like, "Oh, you have a subscription?"
No, dude, it's
I
LARPing, dude. They won't actually subscribe to you. They know you have a subscription, but they won't do it because they want the
no,
alpha
I
for free.
genuinely believe.
For
I genuinely
free.
believe.
Well, see, this space ain't behind a paywall. That's half the
It's not.
problem. This should be, because this is fun.
We got to get the word out. Like, that's why I
I'm
literally
gonna
put
try.
subscribe to Bitcoin AI guy in the
You're already
title.
at 403, man. Like when I told you to put your counter up the other day, you were at like 318, 319. Bitcoin AI guy had a subscription before me, but it wasn't doing anything.
I wasn't promoting it. I
Well,
didn't. I
it's
didn't
not
talk
even just
about it.
promoting it, just put the number up so people can see how much momentum you have. If you can't, like, I don't believe anyone who doesn't allow you, it's a simple checkbox. You just enable showing how many subscribers. If you go click on mine right now, you can see exactly how many there is. It's
Yeah, you can see it
fully
now. I
transparent.
have 403 now. I have 403.
Yeah, you're only
Price is
17 away. I
$4.
just checked because I got to make sure that if you get near 418, 419, I got to make sure I get 420.
Well, don't blink, buddy. Don't blink. That's all I got to
I
say.
sleep with one eye open every night.
You sleep?
And I get up at like, I used to get up at 5:20 Well, for a while, it was 545, like a year or two ago. And then in the last few months, it went to 520. And then in the last few weeks, I've had a number of 445 days. It must be just getting old.
No, dude, there's no. What time do you go to
I don't
bed,
even have any
Mike?
prostate issues yet. I'm not that old, right?
That's insane, dude. What do you get, like 3 hours of sleep? Are you
No, I get
Well,
superhuman?
when the PSAs get elevated, you don't have to set an alarm clock anymore. You just get up 3 times a night.
You know what? You know what, Mike? You got to subscribe to me so that I can teach you the right sleep hacks so that you can make
I
I'm
multi-billions.
subscribe to
sleeping. I'm
Journey.
I'm sleeping great, man. I go to bed between 9:30 and 10:30 every night after having relaxed. The kids go down. See, when you have young kids, you'll see this when you get the little ones. But when you have like a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, like there's a saying, the days are long, but the years are short. Like you blink and your kids are like older and older and older, but the days when your kids are like 6 months old or a year and a half, like that's a lot. It's a lot going on.
Dude, those are great times,
They're
Mike.
the best. They're the
Those,
best.
those are
I'm
awesome
so
times.
self-aware of it, which is why I make time every single day to be a part of the routine, right? I say hi to my kids at their bed or their crib every single morning, right? I interact with them throughout the day. Like my daughter comes in while I'm working and I put my headphones on her so she can listen to what I'm listening to. And I show her what's happening on my screen. And, when I'm home, when I'm in town, I'm not traveling, I'm involved in dinner, bedtime routine, right? The whole thing. And I love it. It's the best thing I've ever done. It's
No,
fun.
that's
It's
yeah.
hardcore sometimes.
Including them in on all the business is the way to go. I've had our kids and on everything. We have family meetings all the time where we discuss family business, and not like their vote matters, but it was more about them understanding kind of mom and dad's way of seeing and thinking about things and handling problems and modeling that problem solving behavior with them, and then they get to see how the family acts and talks in private versus how we interact with people above our station or below our station, right? And the responsibilities that they have. I'm middle class guy, upper middle class guy here in the U.S., but when we're traveling, we're way more fortunate than all the other people we're around. And so instructing my kids on how to be kind to people who are of service and how that gets you more opportunities with serious players, like all those little unspoken rules, just all those little moments, just like, and then to watch them now as teenagers use that in real life or throw my own rules back in my face and correct me. It's like the best feeling ever. So yeah, sweet times. Wouldn't trade it for the world. The only guys that don't get it are the guys that don't have the kids. But yeah, family's the best thing that happened. Actually, it's the only thing that matters to me. I really don't care about anything else. I just care about loving my family. Everything else is icing on the cake. And I am so happy, Mike, that you promote that routinely. I hope that rubs off on guys, especially the younger guys here that haven't made the decision to get married yet, that they would hear that lesson to know that choosing your spouse wisely is really important. And you're making a partnership for life. And if it blows up, the only one to blame is you because you fucking picked her. So what does it say about your ability to make a good choice, right? So, but once you find that partner, man, life really does improve.
Let
I
me tell you something, Jeff.
yeah.
People my age right now, they're getting married because they're FOMOing into the relationship because everybody else is getting married, and I'm like, this is probably the dumbest thing you could do to yourself because like you're gonna just marry somebody because every your friend's getting married, and then what if it turns out to be terrible, and now you didn't even do that based on your own standards, and now you're gonna get cooked because
What
you
if it
FOMO'd
works?
into.
Yeah,
You
look,
shouldn't do that. I don't think.
I didn't get married till I was in my 30s. Like, I had already retired from the military. I didn't have a serious relationship when I was in the military or working like as an operator, and for a lot of reasons. But I didn't get married till I was in my 30s, and dude, dating was tough. It was hard. I had a business in Austin, and I was really busy all the time, and it was brutal. But when I found my wife, first date was supposed to just be coffee. It lasted 9 hours, and we were married 9 months later, and we've been married 16 years.
Quick shout out to Small Cap Sniper for subscribing to me and the a bunch of others who just subscribed. Uh, didn't want to interrupt the speakers, but Small Cap is already on stage, so thanks for your $4.
Jeff, I agree with you with the kids thing. I think it's became more and more important to really determine what legacy is, right? Like I was standing over a deceased family member and just thinking more or less is like what did this person leave behind, and it's the people, right? It's the family. Materials don't really matter or give a shit. It's really what legacy are you leaving behind there. Because it's just standing there, it's like, well, there's nothing else besides me, right? Or this other individual that's really kind of carrying the torch. So I think it's super important and not discussed enough is really how important family is.
Yeah, and I have a lot of wreckage in my life growing up, but I don't have to put that on my kids. Like so there's no trip to it. Like I really wanted to see someone have a better life or the life that I wanted, still with the responsibility and the lessons taught. And I'm providing that childhood for them now, and we have these experiences together. Their birthdays are like a year and a day apart, so we always do the birthdays a combined event. And they're just, Dad, you're the best dad. I'm so lucky to have you, and like that means the world to me. That's everything. Um, so yeah, dude, I'm a girl dad too. Both teenage girls, redheads, and cute as a button, dude. Like I'm in serious freaking trouble. Like they get like yeah, they are a hot ticket item. I'm glad they're into the horses because there's like no boys ever at the stables. It's all girls. And
You
one
you better
day,
tell them they're not allowed to get married or
no,
date
I want
until
them to
they're like
get married. I,
23.
I told no, I told them to get married. Get
No
married
dates.
young. Get married young, build a life with your guy together. But they're just interested in the ponies, man. That's all they want to do is ride the ponies. And they're doing good, dude. They're doing good. They've won every competition we've had since we've been back here in the States. We've been in the States for a year. We're leaving again in a month. And I'm gonna be like +9, dude. So I'm gonna miss these evening spaces. Unless I wake up stupid early that I don't know what my schedule's going to be. I hope the subscriber ones stay recorded so I can catch up. Do it just for me. Don't do it for anybody else. But yeah, I'll be +9, dude. And I don't know how long I'll be gone. So 6 months, year, 2 years, who knows? Maybe I just buy a villa and a farm and never come back. Nobody knows. But I do love these spaces, guys. It's been a hell of a lot of fun for me.
I just got a new subscriber. Shout out to Odium, number 404. Mike, it's almost at 420, man. We're
Dude,
entering
clock's ticking, bro.
TikTok, next block. I know Teddy's upset because no one subscribed to him, and he's been salty that everyone subscribed to me.
I'm never salty, bro. I'm the most chill dude you'll ever meet in your life. And ever since I got on the
Teddy, just tell us the ticker that you're trying to show. Like you have this one magical ticker, right? And just share the alpha.
one
What
magical ticker, you mean a trade I had that was magical?
you told me you have this one brilliant idea, and I have to give you
Yeah,
five
yeah.
dollars.
Yeah. It wasn't like a stock to buy. It's a specific trade that you have to make on a stock. And I already told you, bro. You just have to sub to get the alpha. It's very easy. You just click purchase now. It's a Starbucks coffee and boom. It's
But I
so
feel like
low.
this is a transactional experience. Like with Journey, like
I
he adds
know.
a tremendous value to my spaces. I like hearing him on spaces. I've heard Mike speak for years. He's been
No.
supporting
Those
me.
are those are great subscriptions that you have, and they are what they are for their own reason. And this is a transactional subscription. There's no way around it. You buy my subscription and you get to win. It's just as simple as that, man. It's one trade. Easiest trade ever.
How much is
Free,
your subscription, Daddy?
I don't know, five
But what
bucks.
what happens after the trade?
Come
Like,
on, dude.
am I just
Okay,
gonna
look, I
be?
was just berated for having such a low subscription amount.
Well,
All
I
right.
to
If
be
it's
fair, I
something
did.
that's going to be absolutely making me super incredibly wealthy, why isn't it like $200 a month?
Well, so the subscription price did go up to $59, but Elon Musk is taking his time with it. Okay, so it's not
Okay.
my fault. It's $59, but right now the trade is posted on my page for my subscribers. I have 9 subscribers. I'm giving out alpha free money, and I have 9 subscribers.
All right.
I,
Art Edwards, thanks for your subscription. Jay Billy, I appreciate you. We're at, I
amazing.
think 407 now. Very, very. We might be at
Oh,
420 soon.
I was just gonna say, are we gonna hit the 420 mark in the spaces? Mike will click the subscribe button and he'll be 421. Boom, he was late.
Mike is like allergic to being late to anything. I could just tell.
I just
If
got a
he's not early,
subscriber. I got a
Mike's the type of
subscriber
guy,
right now. I'm on fire.
bro. Mike is the type of guy that he'll just be like, okay, I didn't get 420. I'm just gonna wait for 4,200 or 4,269.
I don't know about that, but I'm never late to Omakase. If my reservation for Omakase is to 8, I usually get there at 7:30. And the nice lady says, "Sir, like
So you want a margin of safety.
you're way
So
too
you
early,
want
sir.
to.
Go sit in the lounge and come back at your appointed Omakase time." And I'm like, "Okay, I just didn't want to be late. I just think it's disrespectful to the sushi chef to show up late to Omakase. People do it all the time. They're so entitled. They think that the chef should catch them up on the pieces that they missed. Prima donnas, when they show up late, but you just don't show up late for Omakase. You just don't do it.
Hey, co-host, can you start accepting the speakers? I can't even
Oh, that's a
accept
good point. I didn't even
others.
see that. Okay, I got you. Hold on.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I
Yeah.
think we're full volume because I can't accept them.
I'm gonna drop and just listen, guys. I gotta head to bed soon. I'm on the East Coast.
All right. Thanks. Appreciate it.
I actually had someone show up like almost an hour late to an omakase seating, and the restaurant insisted on waiting for them because it was like a synchronized like 6 p.m. Seating, and they do it for everybody. Terrible experience. I mean, it was like, don't be late, but also that was also a bad judgment call on the restaurant. But like, yeah,
I think,
don't be late
guys,
to the
my app is
omakase.
like crashing. Too many people subscribe to me. I can't even read all these names. Like they're all like it's just like a wave. The Strider, J Fells 27,
Those,
Daniel,
those are my
Layden.
those are my stock pub. What I do is I spoof the subscriber chain right before I make my big, but I'm not letting anyone else do it. So I literally bought like 15 subscriptions.
These are all Mike
They're all
Alfred's
me because I didn't want
alts.
to risk not getting 420. So I'm probably going to be 407
What,
through
dude? Half of these
427.
are females, bro. Like, why are
Yeah.
you
I mean,
females?
I'm using the Citadel and Jane Street strategy. I've got a whole team of sock puppets. I mean, how do you think I got so many subscribers?
Why does one of them have an OnlyFans link?
This is how you get funding, man. Like, you want to get funded?
So we're
Uh,
hitting
dude.
420 here tonight. We're hitting 420.
Man, I appreciate all of you. I've been doing this for years for free. I try to deliver all the value I can, and I will try to be more consistent. I don't want to set the expectation that I'm going to do spaces every day because I don't want to feel like make this feel like work. Like my job is to actually win in the market, uh, not to just make memes and troll Mike Alfred on spaces. Uh, but this is motivating, right? Like, you know how many burritos I can buy with this shit? Like, this is
Do I
incredible.
sense a little bit of like fear of commitment here? This is why you're not married?
That was just the fear of letting me on stage, Mike, like all the Spaces hosts
Okay.
lately.
Oh, here we go. We got
He's
Slack.
gone. He's gone. He's gone. Dude, fool me once, right?
Oh,
He
we didn't even get the
was
crash out.
no. We're not doing that. See, because I avoided a crash out, you guys should subscribe to me. I just saved the space.
You are
Wait,
so awesome, bro. This is why I subscribe, man. This is the alpha I need
Wait,
in
the
my
question
life.
is who let him up?
What was
It,
that guy's
it
name?
was probably Cipher.
Journeyman. No, I don't know.
I want to follow that guy. Anybody have
Who,
his handle?
Slacker?
You don't
Slacker,
know
yeah, okay,
Slacker?
thanks.
Slack
I
attack?
I know of Slacker. I just wanted to make sure I could find him and follow him.
he's
All
I
right,
think
so
he
if you
left. I
subscribe to
think he
me, I'm
left.
gonna give you a shout out on the space live in front of Mike Alfred and the rest of the panel live here on Spaces. You get a shout out. Mike, the future multi-trillionaire, is gonna hear it.
hey.
He's gonna remember you.
How many do you have right? Because your page is not updating. Elon Musk is personally approving.
It's crashing out. It's 412 right
You
now.
have 412.
It's
Your page says 403.
yeah, it's
And it
412.
says 405 on mine. for Bitcoin AI
I'm
guy?
getting so many subscribers right now. It's the number's not even working.
You're
That's
cashing X right now.
that's
Yeah, it won't even let me invite people in the space. Like, can you
that's
guys stop?
bullish. That's like Robin Hood turning off the buy
Please
button
stop
on
subscribing so
GME.
fast. Mike Alfred is sweating. He needs to be 420. And I know there's like a line out the door for that spot. So please let Mike Alfred win. Like he would hate to lose
Dude,
that
I
spot.
already won. I just hit 647 right now. Hold on. Let me see who this is. Grace at Nom40642. I want to thank that person, Grace, for subscribing. I don't know why you subscribed. I have no idea what you're hoping to get out of it. I may message you and ask you to clarify why you thought it was a good idea to subscribe. But I appreciate it. And it's official. We've crossed $1.7 million annualized revenue run rate in 3 weeks. 3 weeks, no marketing, nothing. Just people wanting alpha, like people wanting to make money. Like it's crazy. I'm just gonna tell you right now, guys. I was shocked. I was expecting to have like between 5 and 15 followers.
It is wild. Like over the last 3 weeks, you haven't even talked about your subscribers. Like forget marketing, but the last 3 weeks you haven't even brought it up, and you've just been getting hundreds upon hundreds of subscribers. That's amazing.
All right, if you're a subscriber, comment below, and I'm gonna pin your comment in the nest. It doesn't matter what you say. You could say Mike Alfred has smelly armpits. You could say Bitcoin AI guy, paper handed a lot of trades. You could say Journey's fat. You could say Teddy is a stupid Canadian. Whatever you want to say, I'm gonna pin the post, and you could take a screenshot. You could do whatever you want. You could make an NFT out of it.
Hey guys, I need to pause and interrupt the space for a special announcement. Jay Billy has just subscribed to the Mike Alfred group. So number 648. Shocking. I like Jay Billy. It was fun interacting with him. He seems like a good dude. He dropped off the space and then subscribed. I don't know what these people are thinking.
They're rushing. They're rushing to subscribe. Like it's insane.
Well, I mean, there is. You got to get caught up on the spaces I've already done. I've been told by a couple dozen people now that my last two spaces, the two subscriber spaces, were among their favorite spaces they've ever listened to over 4 years. So I think that's what's happening. Is
What did you talk about? Can you give us a Coles
like
notes on those?
pretty much everything. We covered everything from Eastern philosophy and how it applies to trading, to position sizing, some of the qualitative factors I use to evaluate companies, some specific commentary around a bunch of
Did
specific
you
companies.
did you talk about Bitdeer at all?
No, I mentioned that Bitcoin AI guy likes to troll me about it, but I didn't go into detail. Look, their chip, their chip is pretty incredible. At some point, and I've said this before, at some point, Bitdeer and American Bitcoin could do really well if they actually stick with Bitcoin. Because if Bitcoin comes back, and I think it will at some point, there's not going to be any scale miners left. And basically, there's a polarity between American Bitcoin and Chinese Bitcoin. It's Chinese national Bitcoin masquerading as a Singaporean company. So you basically have like an Eastern version and a Western version. And I'm not sure if there's going to be any other major publicly traded players because this cycle has washed out so many people who have either gone out of business or converted everything to AI. So it's an interesting time. Like Bitcoin mining is actually like classic Bitcoin mining might actually be a good business again at some point. And I just wish Bitdeer had a board and a CEO that actually they weren't ghost and they would actually show up. They send their American front people to conferences. And I love their American front people. They're very nice. I'm happy to see them anytime. Their American front people don't make any decisions. So you just don't have any idea like how capital raising, capital allocation, strategy, any of that's going to work. You don't know what to expect. And I just have found you lose a lot of money investing over long periods of time if you invest into those types of situations, even if you get lucky a few times and the stock goes up. So I don't have anything against it. And I do think that because everybody's converting everything to AI, that Bitcoin miners will actually be potentially a very asymmetric opportunity again. It's just too bad that like the companies that are out there now that are left are not the best versions I've ever seen of corporate governance, right? They're not necessarily the companies you'd want to back, but it may not matter, right? Because if the price of Bitcoin goes up enough, you're going to want to be in any levered play you can get into. So
Hey, Mike, quick question. In terms of that, and then just the overall space, how do you view other investments that aren't as inelastic as Bitcoin or AI, or what makes you kind of look towards them specifically when you're talking about like productivity, right? Because the whole total addressable market for AI just seems like never ending, non-stopping versus these companies that start asking the right questions or start asking the right problem statements, right? Like I think a lot of individuals or companies that use AI, they're not asking the right problems, but the ones who are asking the right problems are looking from a maybe a lean or Six Sigma first principles of waste and trying to identify that waste and applying AI to that waste. Like I think those could provide that level of productivity gains to where it betters whatever their cost of capital could be. But then you have AI that's so inelastic, it's like you just don't want to take your eye off it. How do you, if you can speak to that at this point at night, is like how do you look at those companies that aren't inelastic and saying, hey, maybe you actually might be able to push some productivity here for utilizing that AI versus taking your eye off the ball on that technology?
I'm not really exactly sure, to be honest, where you're going with that. I think the biggest challenge I'm having is just moving beyond my best ideas, because my best ideas have been so profitable so far over the last few years that it's the hardest part for me is rotating to anything outside of those things, because I just think the purest play AI companies are going to have like a 20 or 30-year runway. So why would I want to rotate out or cycle out or diversify too early in that process? I tend to think that what we're experiencing is something like what happened with the internet, but maybe bigger and maybe potentially like faster, right? Because it shouldn't take so long. It shouldn't take 30 years for AI to become dominant. It seems like it's becoming dominant right now. And so my suspicion is that while everybody's talking about bubbles and shorts are still trying to short Nebius at 190 and things like that, that actually the risk is the opposite, that things are going to go much further and much faster. And so that my struggle is just from a portfolio management standpoint is like, I know the right thing to do is to diversify a bit more, right? And to have a bit more ballast in terms of more traditional value, lower multiple stocks, dividend payers, like stuff that basically is more stable the next time there's a recession. And AI stocks are down 60 or 80%, and those stocks are, some of them will be up and some will be down 10%. But it's really, I'm really struggling with how to allocate to anything outside of some of these things, because it's so obvious to me how much bigger they're going to get. The data, for example, the data center stocks are still, some of them, these guys are going to control like 10 or 20 gigawatts of power, and they're still trading like little small cap companies. And yet the provider of memory that's going to be, inside of a lot of these data centers, a big part of the process, those companies are approaching $1 trillion valuations in some cases, right? And so I think there's still a bit of a disconnect. I think what's interesting is the cycling that's happening within the AI space. Whereas I've been saying for a while, like there's no reason for SanDisk to be trading at the level it is unless the entire AI complex is going to get like 50x bigger. That's just my view. Like I just don't think it makes sense, but I could be wrong. Like maybe, maybe it is going to turn over sooner than people think, or maybe Michael Burry's actually right. Right. I'm not seeing it yet. I'm still seeing like way more opportunity than risk. And I think, the thing I was saying earlier is that I think AI is effectively going to be inside of everything. So like right now we call AI like it's as if it's like a separate industry. Sort of like the internet was this very separate thing. Like you either had a website or you don't. It's a very like 1997 way to look at the world. And then now, like basically the internet is ubiquitous. Like every industry, every company is an internet company. Every company does business on the internet. Every company uses the internet from a productivity standpoint every day. And I think AI might be faster to just become everything, meaning it'll be inside of and part of every single component of the economy. And I think that'll happen so at some point you don't say AI versus non-AI. everything is AI. If it's not AI, it's not competitive, right? Like if there's no AI inside of this, I don't want to use it because it won't be as useful as something that has AI inside of it. This is just a dead analog, even a dead digital thing because it doesn't have advanced intelligence. That's kind of my view right now. And I know I didn't really answer your question, but maybe it's just because I didn't fully understand it, at least not the way you asked it.
No, you did answer, and I appreciate that. In the way you're thinking is kind of the paradoxical way like I find myself investing is because you to your point, you see this total adjustable market of AI, like it is going to be in everything and is so inelastic at this point in time. But at the same time, I have my other side of my brain saying, hey, look for those companies that are beginning to ask the right questions and drive these inefficiencies in these market utilizing AI. And what are those companies? But to your point, like it's such a big industry. Why not just be in these very tough moats to kind of move and take advantage of the current state? So you did answer the question. I just didn't articulate the best, but you me share the same thinking in that regard.
Yo, Journey, Shepard, get some other speakers. We get some requests.
Hey, Mike, Jay Billy's back. AI guy.
Yo, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate you.
Dude, I really,
saw that.
yeah, you're welcome. Hey, you're welcome. I had to step outside. I live, as you guys might know if you follow my stuff, I live on the Great Peninsula of Florida, and the tropics and paradise are pretty hot. So I had to go out watering. It kicked me off. I appreciate coming back on. Mike, I had never even heard of you until about 3 weeks ago. I was on a Fred Krueger, I'll shout him out, podcast, and you spoke, and I was immediately interested. I am a subscriber of Dr. Burry and have been since January because, as you said earlier, I'm familiar with him. I'm not there necessarily for stock picks. I believe access in life is the most valuable commodity. And Burry gives me access to articles and ideas that I wouldn't normally think of because that's not how Jay Billy's mind works. I'm sort of as I explain it in my content, I'm sort of a gypsy mind. I'm a showman, a stage man. And that's why I'm on X. I come from a much more sophisticated, larger apparatus that has prompted me to go on X because, as you do, Mike Alfred, I have alpha and I have real alpha. And I've just got on X in the last month. And we have a small paywall on Substack right now. We're very rudimentary, but alpha is found in the needle in the haystack. And I've always believed in the needle in the haystack. I'm sure you do too, Mike. And I'm interested in your content for sure because I get Burries. And as I said on a spaces to someone a couple nights ago, they were being really critical of Dr. Burry's Substack. So I was able to at least raise my hand and say, I'm a consumer. And I've always found humans in life who have opinions about places they've never been or things they've never done. They really irritate me. And I also am fascinated how they can even gather up the moxie to shade something that they know nothing about. However, but anyway, I said, I'm a subscriber. And he asked me about the stock picks and all this shit. And I'm like, well, the reality is, man, I read an article in late February. Michael reposted somebody or something that I would have never come across. And I read that article, and honestly, it was worth $439, the single article for the year. So I think I get a hell of a deal from Michael Burry. And Alfred, if you are what you say you are, dude, $219 a month, Jay Billy knows, is very undervalued. If it delivers alpha, because if you know how to operate, alpha is the hardest thing to find. And I have a quant that's behind me in my group, and my quant has dialed in the volume. He's dialed the knobs exactly perfect on what is a incredible situation, and I have receipts. So thank you guys so much for the microphone, and I'm happy to pay. I'm proud to pay, as Nipsey Hussle said. Proud to pay. So thank you.
Can I smoke what you're smoking?
He's smoking my $4 subscription. That's what he's smoking.
I'm smoking.
Hell
I
yeah.
appreciate you.
You're welcome. I'm
you.
smoking momentum. I'm smoking momentum. If you've ever had real momentum in life, you know what I mean.
Hey, J Billy, to give you an idea, about the value, like Mike was talking about Cipher when it was, I mean, at least when I caught, in terms of what Mike was talking about, like Cipher at $5, Iron at 6, right? In these stocks now, they're at many multiples above. So he's definitely about great value to the space in that regard.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure. You don't get to have hundreds of thousands of people pay and follow you if you don't have the receipts, right? And that's what I love about social media. I've had my X account since 2023, really just to have it seasoning. Again, because I'm a showman, so I am an ace for people who promote things. And I got a call about 8 months ago, and the quant had figured something out. And that's really, to be honest, I mean, totally sincere and transparent. I'm not a social media savant by any stretch, but I do know about humans and human behavior, and I have a tendency to be able to get out a message, and that's really how I've gotten here. So when I saw Mike, and I did see Mike, and it's totally fine, you talking about Dr. Burry, it gave me the idea of like, well, I'm there, so I'm excited, man. I'm happy to, and I know value comes from like I said, the value comes from individuals. We all know this in business. You know, the individual and the human, and what you said earlier, Mike, is why I want to subscribe to you. The autonomy to manage your own money, you know, society and the finance bros all want to show off their, you know, assets under management, but that's not real alpha. That's fees. That's fees and middlemaning. Real alpha is taking your jewels and gems and putting them on the table and coming back with a lot more jewels and gems. And since I've been blessed to know that, since I've been blessed to know that, I have spent the last 5 years of my life as a hobby. I joke about it on X. On the weekends, I observe the crypto, bro. And this is not to shade crypto, but I tend to be very patient before I put my jewels and gems on the table. And I once, 5 years ago, was flipping houses with a group, and a guy that I worked with just told me everything you needed to know. He was a young man in college, and he was a crypto bro. And he, for 6 months, told me everything, and it was fascinating. So I've always been there, and that's where I spend a little bit of my time right now on X for my really for my own information, because I'm not someone who thinks it's going to not exist. I absolutely believe we're headed towards digital. We're headed towards social credits. We're headed towards communism. And these are just facts of life. I don't have any control over that. So I'm not going to wring my hands and care about it, really. I don't care one iota about the theatrical politics of the world. I put my head down like you do, Mike, and sounds like you, AI guy, put my head down and stack. I hear people talking about it all the time, but most of them don't do it. So anyway, it's really crazy. So I'm so excited because, like I said, I'm an A.
Yo, Jay Billy, keep cooking, dude. I'm getting so many more subscribers as you're
Let's
What do you
cook.
Subscribe.
Here's what it is. It's access.
415,
Yeah, dude.
416. It's getting close.
Clubs
Are
give
we
you
close?
access. And if you can,
416, 416.
hey, like Mike said, he has one LP.
Wow.
If you can find one person that has some resources and you become an ace for them, and you become a value person to them, that's all you need in life. Too many people, I posted about this on Saturday morning when I was heading to my country club. I said, networking
417.
is stupid. The term is stupid.
Sorry,
Dude,
that's my fat
He's a
finger.
Mike supremacist,
dude,
man. I keep telling you, dude. This is the
Dude,
second
it still
time.
says 415 on mine.
Shepard, how fat are your thumbs, bro? Every time I hear you on Spaces, you're fucking eating.
Dude, you should
You're fat
subscribe to me so
He
thumbing.
you
has
can get a
paused.
6-pack.
Yo, fat AI,
Hey,
listen.
I gotta go look at.
I ran 15 miles the other day, and I biked 17 miles the other, and then I swam
Well,
about
it
for
doesn't
30 minutes.
sound
I'm putting in my
like
time.
it.
Natural Ozempic. That's what that is. Natural Ozempic.
All right, sorry. He
You
was
sound like you
cooking.
do too much cardio. You should lift some weights, bro.
Yeah,
Mark
dude.
Edwards, what a guy.
As the president of the National Sausage Finger Association,
I need to ask all the gentlemen to cease and desist. They're making
Yo,
fun of the
418,
fellow who
418.
also
Shout out
has
to Andrew
sausage
J.
fingers.
Number 418. Thank you, Andrew J.
Dude, this is rigged.
We're so close.
My X still says 415. It's completely rigged.
You, PG, for that you have to subscribe to
All
all of
right,
the
we're at
people on
419.
stage.
Dip the card. 419. I appreciate you. Shout outs.
419. This is Mike Alfred's chance. It could be
It's
420.
happening.
happening. It's
I just got the
happening.
call. I just got the call.
What kind of call was that?
That's a terrible call, dude. I was waiting on you and I gave you the...
Yo, mama.
Mike Alfred, 420. Congratulations.
No way.
Holy shit. He got
Yeah,
it.
you guys don't mess with me.
That's insane.
I always come through. I always do exactly what I say I'm gonna do. This is
This
what.
is
Can I just
insane.
tell you, Bitcoin Area? This is why so many people don't like me. They're like, "Oh yeah, Mike's just talking." I'm like, "No, I'm gonna call my shot. I'm gonna call it 101 subscribers before. I'm
He was quiet.
going to be exactly 420. I was scrambling because I haven't used my Apple password in like 3
His
years.
palms are sweaty.
So
I
I
could
was like
tell.
at 417, I started to test passwords. I was like, fuck, I'm not gonna be able to get in. Blah 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 blah. 419, boom, that password worked. Went through. I don't care about Apple products at all. My wife has me have a iPhone because she likes it. So the bubbles are blue, not green. That's it. So anyway, it was like down to the wire, man. Like, but like you can count on me. You can count on me in the clutch. So
All right. So do you want to join the alpha chat or do you not
no,
like
I'm
group
not joining
chats?
any. I'm not joining any chats. I'm doing this literally only to support you.
I
And now
appreciate
that I
it.
know what my password is, I can support a few other folks, creators that are up and coming that are doing stuff. I view as like a mini me. You've got a lot of similar alpha, but you're long Bitdeer, so you're going for the smaller fish, you know. So
Wait,
with
are you long
all due
I'm
Bitdeer?
respect,
Hold on.
I'm calling foul play. My device still says 415 subscribers.
it
Yeah, because
updates.
I think it's
It
rigged.
more
updates
compute.
slowly from the inside. I can tell you because last night I got like 60 in like a few hours, and like every few subscribers, it catches up. This morning when I woke up, I was at 631, but my one of the counters didn't update from 621 to 631 for like an hour. So it's X, man. X aspires to be like the everything app for everybody, but they can't make even some basic things work, which I think is a little problematic, to be honest. But
Really basic.
for now at least, it is still the best platform, I think, for this type of thing. And I'm not going to go do a Substack because I don't want to have a content creation business. Like I don't. To me, this is an extension of what I would do anyway. It's just a reinvigoration of what I do anyway, right? It's like I'm going to do this anyway, but now I'm going to go a little bit deeper and a little bit more real time and a little bit more private and a little bit higher quality, right? And
What are you doing with the money? I know like it's like a small amount of money in the grand scheme of things, but are you adding to your Cipher position? Where's this money going?
well,
Like
I
what
haven't seen any. There's a huge delay when you start
yeah,
these
that's
before you get any. Like it's like
right.
when you start, it could be like a month and a half, 2 months. So I don't really have any idea like what it actually means yet. I'm waiting because from what I'm hearing from people who've been doing this for a while, depending on whether people subscribe on Apple, Google, desktop, whatever, it's like a different level of fee cut. These platforms just take a big chunk of the money anyway. So I don't really know what it is, and that is important because it some degree determines the budget for the wine dinners. I'm going to give a pretty substantial portion back to the community over time because we're intending on drinking like the world's best wines at these dinners, right? So the one I'm hosting in New York in September, there'll be 25 people. Steak, right? We're going to do steak and seafood towers and apps and everything, but we're going to be drinking like champagne, white burgundies, reds. We're going to do like a whole, like, we're going to run through a bunch of the world's wines. And I don't think that's going to be a cheap dinner. Like, I'd be shocked. I'm just going to guess here. I'd be shocked if that dinner is less than $50,000 to $75,000, something like that. So like after the after the fee, like Apple and Google take their fees and everything, like I'm probably going to lose money this month. Like that's kind of the goal, right? The goal is not to make money. The goal is to build a more vibrant community, right? And because I'm a one-man show and I don't have time to plan, I hired Chardonnay to help me, and Chardonnay's getting paid too, right? As she should be. She's getting paid. She's going to be my sidekick on this. I'm paying for her flight, her hotel, everything, right? So like some of this is just there's a cost to run a business. And if I was just going to sit in my high tower and pontificate about stocks and that was it, like, it'd be a lot of money. But I'm actually intending on like making sure it all comes back to some degree, right, over time, via like hosting like the world's greatest in-person dinners. I'm not doing conferences. I don't want to do anything that involved. I want to do like the world's best, like focused high-end wine dinners where we rent out a steakhouse, we eat some of the world's best food, but we also drink some of the world's best wines, and then we curate some of the best conversations with like some of the best people we can find that are interested in these conversations. So that's kind of what I'm doing, but I'm kind of a weirdo. Like like a lot of people would be like, "Oh my God, I got $1.7 million in revenue. That's going to change my life." And I'm like, "How do I spend it all and making sure the community has a good time?" Right. So that'll be my primary objective. This first wine dinner, we got to knock it out of the park. Like I want it to be fantastic. I'm gonna overspend on it intentionally. We're gonna make it crazy. We may open some domain Romani Conti. Like we may finish with Chateau de Chem, right? We may drink Screaming Eagle or Harlan or Colgan or Scarecrow or all of them. I don't know. So that's kind of how I'm thinking about it. And that's going to be expensive, right? If I do a few of these every year, my budget just for wine for this group is going to be like $500,000 a year, right? So it'll mirror basically my own budget for wine. So I'm going to try to like extend my own budget for wine to this group so that more people who follow me can drink similar wines, at least for a night. And actually, one or two people already offered to bring wine. So some of the people who are early subscribers, I think they joined because they like the Bitcoin and Cipher commentary and stuff like that, but they also are like serious wine drinkers in New York. So we're going to get some like specialty champagnes and stuff donated. Another guy who hasn't even subscribed yet, but who was supportive and wanted to maybe come to the poker game I was talking about, just sent me a whole bunch of Harlan. So I might bring some of that to the wine dinner. So
Well, what kind of poker game are you hosting?
it's a charity poker game. I'm the co-host. It's at another guy's house, and I agreed to sponsor the high stakes table. So like I put in an extra donation. It's $5,000 to buy in, but I put in an extra 5,000, so I'm in for 10. Everyone else is in for 5. But I also, to incentivize people to sign up, we're bringing like Dom Rosé Champagne, Dom P1, Scarecrow, Colg. This is from my own collection, and I'm bringing a full bottle of Pappy 15 unopened, right, for this group. So literally, if you come play at this high stakes table with me, like you can drink as much Pappy as you can until the bottle's done. Like a pour of this at a restaurant is like $200 to $300 depending on where you get it. So yeah, like I'm doing stuff like that where like the net result, our tables raised $27,500 for charity, just 9 seats, right? Which is pretty cool. But I don't think I would have been able to do that quickly if I wasn't like basically taking $10,000 of alcohol from my own collection and like donating it essentially as part of it. And so these are things you do, right? Like when you get to a point where you can mostly give and you're not interested in getting, then what's funny is like people want to participate more in those things, right? So like I didn't say anything to this guy. He's just like, I want to send you some wine. Like I want to support the event. I can't come to the event because my kid has a baseball tournament, but like I want to send you some wine just to show support for it. And another guy was like, hey, I want to bring some champagne to the wine dinner. Like I really want to come and enjoy it, but also I want to contribute something back. And that's what really all of this is. These are like little cottage economies that we're developing, right? Like this group has already become like an interesting little cottage industry of sorts, where like people are interacting with each other. People are wanting to like come to the events. People are wanting to bring something of their own to the event. And so the short answer to your question is I don't know yet fully, but I intend on spending a lot of the money back on like doing fun stuff with the group over time. Shout out the small cap sniper. I don't know when this happened when I was in my monologue, but he has now joined the Alfred Alpha group. Much appreciated. Not at all expected, but I'm always going to appreciate it.
Mike Alpha Red.
Yeah, I don't know what's gotten into me on this space.
You don't stop. What?
Yeah, that was a pretty fucking bad dad joke.
I love that joke.
And that was officially 650. So
You're great.
I was 420. I was subscriber 420 to the Bitcoin, the new mining mafia reincarnated group, and small cap sniper is now 650 to the alpha.
Whoa,
Alpha.
I'm number one for Mike Alfred.
I know you were.
That's crazy. I am number one.
Number one is Mono SB. I remember because it was so shocking to me that anyone would sign up when he signed up, because I hadn't even said what, I didn't even know what it was. I didn't even decide. 2 days after I started, I'm like, crap, I've got like 60 people in here. I got to figure out what I'm doing with this. So I'm still working on it. It's a work in progress. The cool thing is it's still so early, so we can like shape this however we want. What I'm going to try to do differently, sort of like what Fred Krueger did with the Bitcoin thing that he does, I'm going to try to like really interweave like real world stuff. So like for the Miami dinner, like small cap sniper will be there because he'll fly down in one of his helicopters, right? And there's a number of other folks that are from Florida. Then we'll do one in Dallas or Houston, right? Or both. We'll do one in Nashville. We'll do one in the Bay Area, right? And we'll see. Chardonnay are going to pioneer this in September, and then we're going to refine it, right? So like choosing the menus, choosing the venue, making sure it's the right venue. We've hired security, right? We're going to do ID check. Like we're going to figure out the process so we can do it over and over and over again. And then we can either do bigger ones or we can do more like specific topical ones in different cities. I haven't decided yet. I'm really looking for the group to advise me. But the most important thing is I want to sit with a group of people, have this same style of conversation, and then drink a lot of really good wine in person. Like I just think the value of that is priceless. Our lives are so short, right? And we're living more and more of it online, but that doesn't preclude us from still getting together in person and like eating really good food, drinking really good wine together, and having great conversations. And I do think the conversations in person are always different because you can look the person across the table from you in the eyes. And I know Bitcoin AI guy is going to start trolling me with the whites of the eye
The
thing.
whites of the
Yeah,
eyes,
he's going to start
yes.
trolling me with that. But it is 100% true that if you can sit in front of somebody, it is a different quality of conversation every single time. So I'm going to try to curate some of these and see how it goes. And I'm excited for it. Like, I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Mike, I'm glad I popped your cherry, and I'm the first person you subscribe to, so you could definitely look in the whites of my eyes.
Pause.
Yo, what are your thoughts on SoLuna Holdings?
That's Mike's. He looked at their eyes too.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I've told this story before. This was in Dallas, maybe like a little less than a month ago. One of my favorite restaurants, really good wine list. And I went to order the champagne because I really wanted. It was a hot day. It was muggy out. We'd spent the whole day, traveling there, whatever, to get to Texas. And so I really wanted champagne, and I went to order, something like I normally order, but it's like a high sticker price, right? It's over $1,000 a bottle. And so I turned to the guys and said, "Is that okay?" And they said, "Well, I don't know." And I said, "Are you worried that your board or your shareholders would be concerned with how much money you're spending on champagne?" "Oh, well, actually, we are." And I said, "Well, I'm happy to put it on my check. How about I pay for the champagne and you pay for everything else?" And so we did that deal right then, right? And I bought the $1,200 or $1,400 champagne. We enjoyed the hell out of it. It was fantastic. They did too. They had smiles from ear to ear drinking it. By the way, this is tradecraft here, right? Because this is another way to get closer. Pay for something. You don't always have to have someone else pay for it. And so then they did their traditional thing. Typically if you're a corporate CEO and you take an investor out, you're going to pay for it, right? Because the investor is sort of the customer. But in this case, even though I owned almost 3 million shares of SoLuna at the time, I still paid for the champagne. And I actually really appreciated and respected that they thought it would be better from sort of an optic standpoint and from financial standpoint, given their market cap, that they are not ordering, $1,000 plus bottles of champagne that I drink regularly. So that was my initial impression. Was right away, I'm like, these guys really are fiscally like super thoughtful about how they do things. Like they're really wanting to preserve the money in the business for concrete things they can do capex wise to scale the business. They made a lot of really good decisions. They hired as the head of development a guy who worked at Microsoft doing data centers, so like very relevant experience for the person you have building your platform. And they have a number of really interesting sites that have a lot of expansion capacity. They're
How
focused on.
the fuck did this thing go from $360 to $1?
Oh, I wasn't there for that.
I
But this is one of the funny things.
I'm
Like
not
people,
saying you were. I'm just
I
curious
mean,
if you know the
how
backstory.
many companies do you know in the microcap space that have charts like that? I mean, it's like hundreds.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I try to like, actually, the messier the chart is and the messier the history is, if everything's changed, the more potential upside there probably is, because a lot of the compression is the result of people not realizing that something's changed.
Teddy, iron went from $28 to a dollar, and then it went from a dollar to 76.
I'm not hating on either of these companies. Just curious if there was like a thing that, and $28 to $1 is pretty bad. The comeback was pretty crazy, but $363 to $1 is like, no wonder they're not fucking buying the champagne. You know what I mean? Like that's fucking insanity. I'm not saying they can't bounce back either. Like maybe they can, and maybe they're trading at $1,000, and it's even crazier of a story. But yeah, I was just
I mean,
curious.
I think in the short term, my personal sort of forecast is that with a little bit of monetization of a couple customer announcements and a little bit of more momentum around their AI revenue, like it's a $5, $7, $10 stock, which is a much better return than you're going to get in most other parts of the equity market from these prices. And maybe also importantly, that I think their asset base, as it's currently assembled, is probably worth not too far below the current share price. Meaning, given how hot the whole overall market is and how scarce a lot of the assets are right now, that like maybe it's a dollar or $1.05. That seems to be where there's a significant amount of buying, by the way, too, like between $1.05 and $1.15. And after earnings, there was a little pullback, but not much, right? It was trading at 140 before earnings, and after hours, in the wick down, it was trading at like 120 or just below, high one teens, and now it's back at high 120s, 130 area on the price, which gives it, I don't know, what is that, 200 something million market cap?
265. Yep.
250, 260, right? Like I imagine just the sites, if you put them inside of SpaceX, the sites would be worth like 5 billion. So I'm just estimating, right? But like SpaceX gets an incredible multiple on the same assets because it has the Elon halo effect and this belief that he'll be able to monetize at a much higher level than others, which I'm not sure is true long term, but the market seems to believe that right now. So I like your odds there. Like I think you're buying time. It's a call option with no expiration right now because they have enough liquidity and resources to get to multiple contracts and to start to get into the money a lot more on the AI side, and they also have an 18.
So what you're saying is we should buy leaps on this.
No, I didn't say that at all.
No, I was just
Yeah,
just cracking a joke.
yeah. I know, I get it. I just have to be careful because people actually do take some of these conversations literally. It's another thing I've learned, in addition to the fact that there are a lot more people that have made a shit ton of money the last few years, just listening to my spaces, for example. I didn't really know for sure, but now it's confirmed. I've also learned that there are a lot of people who are incapable of controlling themselves, believe that they have to buy every stock after it's gone up 50x, and don't expect a pullback. And then if a stock that goes up 50x does pull back, then it's somebody else's fault other than themselves. And that if you make jokes on the internet, that it will always be interpreted literally. So I've learned all these things very recently. It's amazing how much you can learn when you spend time on here.
All right, quick shout outs. Suvir, thanks for subscribing. Sunshine, Seth, Big Aussie Energy, JH, Dipthakar. We're now at 425, and then Mike got what he wanted. He got the 420 spot.
And I gotta roll off now. It's time for my bedtime routine because I gotta get my beauty sleep so that I can get up at 4:45 a.m. naturally with no alarm clock, like a geriatric man with prostate issues. Just kidding, obviously. But yeah, so
Yeah,
gotta
as a
get rolling.
man, if
Thanks.
you need an alarm clock to wake up, it's just over for you. Like, why do you need an alarm clock? Just there's battles to
I
take
think you're
care
right. I
of.
think with
You got to wake up
once you're over the age
naturally.
of by about 22 or 24, I agree with you. You should be able to wake up organically at the correct time. But thank you for letting me be to the audience for not oversubscribing to Bitcoin AI Guy before I could get my subscription in. Thanks again to Small Cap Sniper and Jay Billy and others from this space who, again, completely without asking, without any expectation, have subscribed. But and also importantly, I look forward to drinking wine with many of you in the coming years. It's one of life's great pleasures. And don't forget, that's the reason why we do this, right? Like the goal is not to just have a number in a bank account. Like that doesn't matter. It doesn't create experiences. You have to take the resources and you actually need to use them to create experiences. And that's the stage I'm at, where it's much more about creating experiences than even making money. So we're gonna make many experiences, and I appreciate being included in the group. Thanks.
Osaka,
Thanks, Mike, for
Mike.
being here.
Osaka in Miami.
Thanks, Mike.
Done.
Appreciate it.
I'll let you coordinate Sniper with Chardonnay on the Miami. You guys can decide on the venue and all that. You've earned the right. So
Hey, Mike, before you go, I had one quick comment that you mentioned earlier about the Bitcoin mining side. I do believe there's going to be a resurgence on Bitcoin mining. I mentioned this to Bitcoin AI Guy. I'm really hyper-focused, retard maxing on the Bitcoin ecosystem. And I believe we're going to see a lot of transaction volumes coming from Bitcoin. Obviously, everyone's planning for the 4-year cycle. And obviously the block subsidy, the block reward is going to get cut in half. But I believe that the fees are going to overtake the block reward by the next halving. And I think we're going to see a lot of development in the next 2 to 5 years. Bitcoin DeFi, fungible tokens, non-fungible tokens on Bitcoin. Just a quick data point, over 60% of the transactions on Bitcoin L1 are coming from the Runes protocol. The top rune is only 62 million market cap. And they're going to be billion-dollar meme coins and fungible tokens on Bitcoin, which will create a lot more transaction volume. So I do think that's a good play for the Bitcoin mining side, and I don't think most people are keeping an eye on that. And he's gone.
Dude, I think he heard you in the other space too.
Oh, okay. Well, at least I
He's
got the
like, I'm
point.
not
Dude,
answering
he's
this.
well,
Goodbye. I'm leaving. Good night.
bro.
Waiting
Like
to take off.
he's aware. Like we follow this shit.
Hey, at least I didn't mention dog, right?
I mean, he knows dog as well,
Oh, I didn't
right?
know he
So
had millions of dog already. Everyone should
no,
probably
he
grab
does.
millions of dog.
No, he does it. But we've been monitoring the runes and Ordinal situation for a while, especially when Bitcoin was running. Like those fat transaction fees, we remember those.
Those are my favorite spaces. You see Mike in a space with a whole bunch of
No,
pixels.
no, so those are recent. I'm talking about in 2024 during the halving. There was a huge spike in transaction fees, and we were covering what was going on and on chain and how it benefited our bags, right? Like because we know we own the public miners.
Yeah, well, wasn't like $20 for like an hour, like verification. I think the stats for
No,
VPI were insane.
yeah, exactly. It was like multiples, right? So it influences the stock prices in the short term. Uh,
Yo, Teddy, you still holding any rune stones?
it was so significant. It was as if the halving never happened. So if that comes back, right, J Dog's going to be insanely rich, right, and Bitcoin mining is going to be great again.
I'm working for your bags, bro.
I appreciate it. Work harder.
I think we're all going to be mega rich. TBH.
Mega rich or mega broke, man. It's one or the other.
Yo, J Dog, when are you going to subscribe to me? This is insane.
Bro, I'm retarded maxing on the Bitcoin ecosystem. I don't buy any stocks right now. Maybe once I get a couple $1 million, then I'll
It's
diversify.
$4, bro. It's $4.
You got a point. You got a point.
You gotta be like Mike. You gotta spend money to make money.
I'll be the 690th subscriber.
I'm gonna hold you to it because that number is gonna be.
Hey, if you could do that, bro, I
sought
got you.
after.
Yeah, I'll do that for sure.
I'm not gonna sell you an option for the right to buy it at that price, but you have to just wait. But there's gonna be somebody that there's gonna be a line at the door for that number. I'm just telling you now, and it might come in a couple days, weeks. Dude, I got 100 subscribers in the past day or two.
So AI guy, when are you hosting the mining mafia wine dinner?
Probably not for a while. I like to do one-on-one stuff, so it's ultra exclusive. So I'll probably do a raffle, right? So there will be 1,000 of us soon, right? And I'll have one lucky person draw a number. I mean, everyone's gonna draw a number who wants to participate, and then that person gets to have lunch or dinner with me. And then we'll do a couple of those, and then we'll do some smaller events, and then we'll take it one step at a time. But I'm not going full Mike Alfred yet. I just want to go baby steps. You know,
What up, guys?
Mike Alfred just subscribed to me. That's a pretty big deal. I'm the first person he subscribed to, so I guess I'm pretty special.
Hey, love that for you. I'm actually thinking about joining Mike's group just for the wine. But it needs to be somewhere in Vegas. I'm not going to the East Coast. I also have an issue with doxing. It's I can't just go and nobody know who I am. I look like my profile picture. My voice is me. So it's I can't go without just being doxed.
Well, that's my issue too, right? Because he's got a big group, and I don't like big groups. It doesn't matter how secure it is. Doesn't matter how many security guards you have, or if you check. None of that matters, right?
Exactly.
I agree with you.
There's too many wrench attacks. There's too many hackers. There's too many anything at this point. It's just the most important thing is we're working hard for our money. I'm 3 cycles in. I'm not losing all that work over a dinner. I want to go. It sounds really fun. I would love to drink wine with Mike, but there's too much at stake, So it's just that's the most appealing part. But there's people that will take what you have for nothing. They'll take nothing even if you have nothing. So it's just tough out there to make that decision.
All right, we're gonna new subscriber, BR Flyer. Thank you for subscribing. If you're listening to this, I appreciate you. But yeah, I mean that's big news. Mike finally subscribed to somebody. I don't feel like it's a one-sided relationship anymore. So I'm paying him $219 a month. He's paying me $4. I mean that's about equal, right? Right, Teddy?
Hey, it's dope. I love it. Dude, people that are getting bearish here on Bitcoin are late to the party. What is going on here?
I feel like anyone who's bearish on Bitcoin or AI stocks, really what it boils down to is they feel like they've missed it, even though a lot of
They're
this shit is
gay.
probably still in the first inning.
Or they're
Like,
or they're just stupid,
Grace,
man.
shout out to Grace for subscribing to me. Thank you, Grace.
I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. I think the important thing is to just swallow your fucking pride that you missed the first 10x, because Bitcoin and AI compute are by far becoming the most scarce assets on the planet. So you don't have to miss the next 100x just because you missed the last 10x. Like,
No, I 100% agree. When something has momentum and it keeps going up, people try to keep calling major tops. But if it keeps going up in a consistent manner, that means it's bullish. We want that momentum to stay bullish, and I think it is. There's nothing broken.
I don't even
See,
need the
this is why
momentum
you
to be bullish.
subscribe. You subscribe to Bitcoin AI guy because you get alpha like this, and Yeah, and then me as well, because then you'll get fit, and then everybody else on stage, because there's something there. We're bullish.
Bro, write me a meal plan. I'm tired of just eating chicken and like rice.
Yo, this guy's name
I
is
actually
Journey,
got
not
you. Just send
Claude.
me a DM. I'll actually do it for you. It's pretty easy.
Stop. I mean,
He's just
for a
gonna use
woman,
ChatGPT.
for a woman, I need that
Nah,
because I
man,
can't eat the
I'm
same.
gonna use my brain, my super HPC'd out brain, dude. That's what I'm. Yeah.
Dude, Journeyman just got like one of the world's first brain computer interface chips, dude. He like literally is Claude.
Exactly.
All right, I'm at 428 subscribers now. I appreciate the last 8 subscribers after Mike Alfred.
You're on a roll, Bitcoin AI guy.
I
Congrats.
appreciate. I'm waiting for you to subscribe though. The top isn't in until Natalie.
Maybe I'll be 500.
Yeah, call your
Oh my
number.
God, what happens first? Does Bitcoin AI guy get to 500, or does Bitcoin bottom first?
So
What's happening first?
I think the snake is going to subscribe to me before Bitcoin bottoms.
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
Bitcoin is already
Still lurking
bottomed.
around here.
So there you go.
I'm
Well,
actually
you haven't
surprised.
caught that snake yet?
Shout out to JV.
J
Thank you, JV,
Dog.
for subscribing. Shout out to you. I appreciate you.
Um No, the firefighters came out here. I thought it was concealed, contained, and it disappeared. So it's still lurking here somewhere. And yeah, enough about me. It's kind of scary.
And hopefully it doesn't
Yeah,
go in your
what that
bedroom at night.
everyone's waiting for October to buy Bitcoin, right? Like this seems like a super bullish setup. Like I can sleep until October, right? Like what is October even?
It doesn't matter.
You know, to the Cycle Bros credit, like the people who've just retard maxed the Bitcoin cycle have made more money than these fucking
Oh,
Bitcoiners who just like sit in spaces all
so
day and
good, dude.
talk about how Fidelity's like killing Bitcoin and give me BIP 110 or a dick up the ass or who knows what. Like I don't believe in it because I don't like just thinking that an asset has literally a pre-programmed pattern for its price doesn't make any sense. But you know, I guess I just wanted an opportunity to make fun of the maxis. Sorry.
Yeah, fuck the maxis. But no, real talk. Trading the 4-year cycle this time around was the best decision I ever made.
Heck yeah.
And if you check my pinned tweet, I don't even know when the fuck I tweeted it. Let's take a look here. The bottom, or at least generational
Shout out to Kishan
opportunity.
Patel. Thank you for your subscription, number 430.
November 23rd, 2025. I plan to buy a lot of Bitcoin, MSDR, and IBIT October 5th, 2026. If you didn't already know within 4 weeks of that fucking 126 all time high that was the all time high and that the 4-year cycle was going to continue and that you should be prepared with dry powder at 60K, poof,
Bro,
you're retired.
everybody unfollowed me in 2025 when I was like, bro, you're going to get a chance to double your stack. Now, next time I get the all time high, I'm going to make double the money. I got roasted though, man. Like everybody hated me in 2025. I'm like, guys, just please, just hold on. Just think about it.
I told too many retarded pleb hodlers in 2021 that they should sell for profits and got yelled at to the point where I was just like, I just don't give a fuck. And the next time we're making a top, I'm just going to take profits, say it again quietly. And those who decide to listen, listen. And those who don't, just who cares, you know?
That was
And
me too. Exactly.
but you can't like as a Bitcoiner, it's hard not to get sucked into that You know, oh, we got a hodl, bullshit. No, you don't have to hodl. Oh, you can't sell covered calls or you're going to lose your entire position. Like I've been selling covered calls since 2023 on IBIT, on Bitcoin Purpose in Canada, on all these different fucking, well, Purpose when it was open and then IBIT when it came out, you know, like MSTR early, didn't start selling calls on it until 2024, crushed it, still selling calls on it, rolling calls. Like none of these fucking covered calls I sell have been you know, anything but expiring worthless, and it's just amazing. Like when you sell covered calls and it just expires and you didn't hit that strike price, like all the fucking maxis are like, oh, you can't sell covered calls, you're gonna lose your entire bag. It's not true. You can make a lot of money selling covered calls against your stock. Roll it back in, fucking double your stack, easy, no problem. Forget selling the top. Just by selling covered calls for 5 years, 3-4% every couple months. Let that shit compound. You're gonna double your position in the same thing. And by the time you're fucking done doubling your position, here comes the next fucking bull run. So people gotta tap into the fucking alpha that's here right now.
For sure. And it's like the sweet spot is having a hold bag that you don't touch and then having a cycle trade bag. You know, it's like I got in at 17 and 20K. I'm not touching that, you know? So it's like you have a percentage that you're going to trade for the cycle to add to your bag. Every 4 years, you get this amazing discount, and I don't want to lose that. I'm here every day. I can do this. I have the time.
Black Widow, do you have iron?
I don't, and I kind of regret that. One of my buddies, like in my Discord, they took because I wasn't into miners at all. Like I was like, okay, I don't want to deal with the fundamentals. I'm purely a price action trader, which really works well with Bitcoin for me. Um,
So
but he
get rid
sent
of
me a
all the
bunch.
guesswork and subscribe to Bitcoin AI Guy for the alpha.
Well, it's like I looked at it and I was like, he's like,
Everyone's got to
there's
do their own
Mara.
research. You can't just blindly subscribe to
Yo,
anybody.
yo, yo, Bitcoin AI guy, do you have any bag of that stock we were talking about with Mike just before he jumped off SoLuna?
No, I
So
don't. I don't. It's
you
I. It's too
considering
small.
like, yeah, it's very small, but like not even like a 0.5%, 1%. Just
What's
if
it?
it does,
Dude, I'm very like autistic when it comes to my selection
Aren't we all?
of companies. It could 100x, right? Like absolutely, like, but it doesn't fit my autistic thematic. It has to fit revenue generation. It has to fit secured power portfolio. It has to be scalable, and I prefer to have some Bitcoin. I know Soluna had some Bitcoin exposure, um, but it's just it does not have the scale that I want right now. It doesn't fit. It doesn't look like every other thing, right? Um, Bitdeer looks like Cipher. Bitdeer looks like Wolf. Bitdeer looks like uh, you know others, right? Obviously, the management team is a huge red flag and questionable, but the assets look very familiar, and that's why I think you're seeing Druckenmiller, one of the best investors of all time, buy in with a $64 million position a couple days ago, right? That's why you're seeing like a billionaire like Chamath, start covering it, to all his followers, right? Like there's like people don't like. Mike is also a contrarian, right? Like he's gonna get this right, and he has a very long term time horizon, just like I do, right? But like I like to retard max, right? And it's just if I can just copy paste, right? Like the same thesis that's been working for me, like I'm just gonna keep running that same play over and over again. And the retard maxing just says it's a low price. They've got gigawatts. They've got this Bitcoin call option, right? And don't overthink it because if you overthink it, you're gay.
I kind of feel like I kind of feel people also need to keep in mind that these positions like Soluna in his portfolio are basically theirs, like tracking positions. Like if he actually thought it was discounted relative to Cipher, he would have fucking sold Cipher and added to SoLuna. So, for whatever that's worth.
No, no, no. Like,
Well,
look,
he's
I'm
been no, he's been trimming Cipher, right? I think he's it's still half of his portfolio, so I don't know the exact numbers, but he's been selling down Cipher and reallocating to other non Bitcoin AI.
Well, yeah, but he didn't add to SoLuna or these other smaller players really, and then he just bought
no,
back to
they're
Cipher
they're
because it got cheap.
they're bets, right? Like he is just making like gambling bet. Yeah, like
No, no,
call.
he's not. He's not.
Oh,
He's scaling into.
I'm
You have to
you.
understand his philosophy and his strategy. His strategy is his intention is not to take a 2% position. His intention is to take it at 20. If the market allows him and the thesis allows him, he's not in it to for a small bet. I'm in Bitdeer right now for a small for dipping my toes. If I'm right, I'll average up if they deliver. But I don't need to take it to a large position. But that's how Mike's running his strategy. You have to understand what kind of investor he is, how he's structuring his fund, and he's very open about it, right? So that's what he's doing. He wants to go big, right? Like he's not trying to do some small YOLO play here.
What was
His
the ticker he
intention
was
is to
talking
be
about?
big. Sorry?
What was the ticker he was talking about?
SoLuna SLNH. It's like a micro cap.
Yeah,
Or
260 mil market cap, was trading at a 360x valuation at the top. So like it's down crazy, and that's
well,
what I'm.
hey guys, I have to let's pivot to one of my subscribers.
Oh,
You
British is
guys
here,
might
right?
know this guy. He's quite well known on YouTube. Makes excellent videos on Bitcoin and AI. He's a huge AI bull, right? Huge Bitcoin bull. He's helped countless people get to one Bitcoin. Probably the best dressed person on Spaces, and he's currently on vacation, but he wants to make time uh, to speak with winners and investors, and not and avoid the thousandaires and avoid the Bitcoiners who are stacking sats and staying humble. He's not dealing with those type of people. He's dealing with the heavy hitters. He's friends with Robbie at BlackRock. You know, they text each other, they send each other memes. Uh, so he's a big deal, right? So he subscribes to me. I respect British Hodl. Welcome to the stage.
Oh, he's gone.
He's probably he's in Malaysia. He's having some connection issues, right? So
He was scared of the bullishness, dude. The bullishness.
no, he wants the
Yeah,
echo chamber. He
yeah.
wants the bulls. He'll be back.
Yo, is he bullish on AI?
You didn't see his last video?
I didn't know.
He's extremely bullish on AI. He covered his iron short position. He apologized, and then he took it to the chin like a man. And he made a video saying, Nvidia is bullish for Bitcoin. All this money that AI is sucking in is eventually going to create a bunch of wealth and abundance and demand for hard assets, and Bitcoin is going to be one of those assets. Like he sees the vision.
Hey, AI guy, you might have saved his soul though. Maybe memeing him into covering his put because those two were about to rip.
Dude,
You're
I
doing
didn't want his
charity right
face to
there.
get ripped off. I didn't want his face to get ripped off. Like
Yo,
that's
you know how you say Mike's a contrarian. Doesn't it seem like AI is like the general pub play that if you're
yeah, but
contrarian, you'd
not
be.
not at these small nano caps. There's no
No,
sizable.
I understand. I'm talking like Cipher. I'm talking Iron. Like
Yeah, but
those.
we were buying these at the absolute bottom. Like if you
Yeah, but
were
now that
now
they're
they can
where
still
they
10
are,
20x. They can still 20x from
I'm
here.
not denying. I'm not denying that they can. I'm
Yeah.
saying that like that's the public perception
It's
more so
not.
now.
If it was, the price would tell you it's 20 times
The
higher.
world's gonna
It's a
need more compute.
no. The prices are. It's literally. If you look at these stocks, it's telling you Bitcoin's at 16,000. We believe Bitcoin's going to be at 160,000 in a few years, but the price is 16,000. That's the Bitcoin price equivalent of these stocks today is 16,000, Teddy. But we are reading this as, hey, in 3 to 5 years, these could be 10x's, even after they did a 10x, right? That's what you have to get your head wrapped around. And the institutions know this. Like they've modeled out all the stuff. But there's execution risk, right? Like just because they have this power doesn't mean you magically re-rate. You actually have to put in the work, get the long lead time items. You got to hire thousands of workers per site, and you gotta work, proof of work, right? Remember that, and you have to deliver, and it's very difficult to deliver these contracts depending on who you're in bed with, because sometimes your counterparty is a trillion-dollar company that they're going to be heavy-handed in negotiation, so they're going to have their tough T's and C's. This is what Mitch does all day, right? That's why they pay him the big bucks. uh, so if they fuck up they're going to take your assets, right? Or they're going to charge you billions of dollars in fees. So you know there's a lot of risk embedded, right? And these contracts are thicker than some of these Bitcoin maxis' heads. So it's not guaranteed, but the upside is there. All right, British is back. Let's give the mic to British, and then we'll go to Chad Slime.
I genuinely, can I just say, I genuinely did not appreciate that intro, and I had to hit the leave button because I was sick by listening to how much you were glazing me. So, look, I'm really glad I just discovered one thing about your subscription is that I don't need to be in the group chat. That's amazing. I thought I had to be in the group
No,
chat.
no, no. That's where the instant messages. But I give a
You have
recap.
to be in the group chat.
You don't have to.
No, I don't.
He's already in the free group
Yeah.
chats. So,
No,
guys.
no,
So,
I left everything. No, I
okay.
left it all. I left it all. I left it all.
Yeah,
I
too
didn't
many.
realize, like, I could just be out of it. Like, I didn't know.
Yeah, the
I had no
subscription's
idea.
not the group chat. It's just part of the ride.
Which is awesome. Like, I really appreciate that. And you know who said it? I don't know who said it, but can you give my appreciation to whoever said, like, highlighted that Mike Alfred, who is also a subscriber of yours, apparently is not in the group chat. And they said that he doesn't have time for the peasants. And I was like, whoa, that's a really good point. And then hit leave.
So you
Anyway,
decide why did you are you mad that you didn't come up with this idea first, British?
Of
yeah,
course he
yeah,
is.
no, yeah,
Dude,
of course.
like 20% of my subscribers are not in the group chat. Like, you
Hold
don't
on,
need to know.
you guys got to understand why British is mad that he didn't come up with the idea. It has nothing to do with the fact that Mike came up with the idea. It's because he doesn't want that type of broke bitch energy around him at all. He's bullish. He doesn't need this thousandaires, these Bitcoin maxi plebs, man. He wants to be all in with the bulls, ready to fucking go, baby.
Absolutely. All day, every day, locked the fuck in. I don't need to light the fuse. The fuse is already lit.
Is
See,
there a lot of
sometimes I feel like Teddy's the only one that understands me sometimes.
Yeah, I'm fucking ready to go, baby. We stay bullish.
Yo,
These
What's your
people got
British.
to wake
subscription
up in the
page about,
morning and
Yo,
British?
light the
British.
fuse.
Where's your
Like, I don't understand that.
Yo, what's the deal with your subscription? Are you pushing
Yeah,
that yet?
Yeah, I'm working on it,
yo,
man.
we're
I'm
thinking
working on
alike.
it. We're going to sort it out.
All right.
We got to
I'm
get your
working on
numbers
it.
up. We got to go bullish
Hang
We've
on the
done
tight.
numbers,
a
just
few
like you're
things.
bullish on AI.
We've been working on a few things right now, like BlackRock and In Kind for the World and all this other stuff. So once all the dust settles on that, we put $100 million apparently into play in 2 videos. Like, once all the dust settles on that, then I can get to the subscription.
British, I let you skip the line because you're subscribed to me. So let's let Chad Slime. He's been waiting like an hour just to have a
Oh,
word.
appreciate it. Yeah, let him go. I like Chad. Go ahead.
You like him? Like,
Hell yeah.
how do you like him? He never talks. Chad, what's your
We go way back. We go way back. We go way
do you?
back.
He never talks. Chad, what's your background?
Sure. Yeah, I'm an investor by trade. It's kind of an interesting story how I got there, right? It wasn't sort of a direct path. It's been 25 years in the making. Started trading stocks in my Stanford dorm room as like an 18-year-old kid, and learned a lot about how markets go up and markets go down. And of course, in the dot-com bubble, things collapsed. And so I learned that, hey, you can make a lot of money quite quickly. You can lose it all back. It sort of made me into a value investor. organically is I said, hey, I want to learn about what margin of safety means. I want to learn
Bro,
how to
is
not
this
lose
Mike
money.
Alfred? Like,
Remind you that as long as you
Halt's
could avoid
account?
losing large amounts of money, you would ultimately make a lot of money over time.
He's playing a recording,
So,
dude. This
on
is
the path to
hilarious.
getting to where I am today, right, I started a couple of software businesses, sold those, invested in some other private companies, joined a bunch of boards, and then more recently started a liquid hedge fund called Alpine Fox, LP, which is my primary investing vehicle now. But I like to do the full life cycle.
Okay,
So
we
everything
get
from
it. We get it already.
whiteboarding, seed stage.
That's incredible, chat slide. Well, let's go back to our subscriber. My subscriber. Sorry, British. Sorry, where were you? We got distracted.
Oh, dude, British, you gotta subscribe to me, dude. You gotta do it. You're into this whole fitness game. I'm into this whole fitness game. I can help you out, brother. Just hit the subscribe button, man.
All right.
See, now
If
now I
you're
understand why Bitcoin AI guy feels like it's too transactional after that.
all right, listen, guys. If you are subscribed to me,
See, Teddy, I'm
leave.
giving you an example.
All right, hang on.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it, man. I'm here for it.
Quick announcement, guys. If you are subscribed to me, leave a comment, repost the space, and everyone who's a subscriber, including if you're a speaker on stage, will get pinned in the nest. And if you just subscribed, if you subscribe now, I will give you a shout out. Your name will get heard in front of the great British Hodl. All right, go ahead, guys.
You gotta unmute everyone.
I did. You just talked.
How that works. See there. That's how you unmute everyone. Is
Dude,
this like your first time hosting spaces, dude?
people, I've unmuted.
Yeah, we can talk now. We just got nothing to say. That was just too epic.
On that note, I'm out. That was fun.
Journey, what content are we getting behind the subscription? What type of alpha?
It's pretty good, man. It's all about nutrition, macro, working out. You want a six pack, dude? It'll happen. You'll get it in 4 months. It's all mathematical. I got you.
Is it with the Chinese peptides?
Yes.
You guys hear me?
Yep, we got you, British.
I was just checking in at the gym because that's what we gotta do. You gotta
Hell
be up
yeah.
on the fitness. 'Cause I got a pull day today. I'm trying to hit a PR.
What are you hitting it on? Lat pull down?
Let me tell you right now. Hold on. So I'm probably want to do. I got my T-bar row up to 65 kilos, but I don't think they've got a T-bar at this gym that I'm at right now. So I guess I'll try and do a PR on a pull down wide grip.
Can some Journey?
My
You're
back is
Canadian.
not strong enough, man. I need to get my back stronger. Like that's what.
Do
That's what.
do lower
I gotta
back. Don't
carry. I
neglect.
gotta carry all these fucking crybaby Bitcoiners and
You gotta
whatever.
don't
Get a
deadlift.
stronger
Deadlift
back.
is overrated, British.
Yeah,
Just
no,
do lower back. Do lower back.
no. I need to get that
Journey,
machine. What was that machine
you're
called? Yeah, go ahead, Shep. Go ahead. I know you want to say something. Go ahead.
yeah. I because I'm the dumb American. Journey, convert that shit to pounds because I know you're half Canadian, half American. What the fuck is 65 kilos?
I honestly don't know. Was it like 1 point? Was that like 120?
No, it's
1
two
100?
kilo is
two point
2.25.
two.
143.
Yeah.
143
143?
pounds
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
T-bar. I think
That's
that's
2.25.
okay.
awesome, dude.
Is that good? Is that not good? I don't know.
That's pretty good. What's your body weight?
Whoa, I'm getting personal now.
Yeah, you want his mother's maiden name as well?
Yeah, and
His
the
blood
last
type?
4 digits of your credit card number,
No,
and along with the last 3 digits as well. Oh, and also your
Give him your
PayPal.
I'm working
Bitcoin.
on shoulders. I'm working on shoulders and back because that's in this Bitcoin game. You got to put these fucking losers on your shoulder, and then you got to be able to drag them across the finish line.
I think you
British.
just gave me an idea for a post that I'm gonna do on Tuesday. British, thanks.
I actually want
Thank
your.
you for the shout out, Odium, and thank you, Andrew J, for the repost.
What about your seed phrase to your quote card, British? Are you handing that out?
You need legs for that, and I think I've got a pretty good leg press. My last leg press was let me see, hold on, I've written it down. 310. 310 kilos. That's not bad, is it? For 6?
Oh, that's pretty good, dude.
Yeah, that's what? That's 682 pounds for the Americans. It's not bad. Not bad for
He's
6.
British is carrying. British is carrying the bullishness.
For everyone, by the sounds of it, it's just me and Teddy over here.
I don't get who's selling Bitcoin right now. It fucking mind boggles me. That's what
It's the
mind boggles me.
OGs. It's the
That
OGs that are selling.
You got market makers, you got whales, you got you got OGs.
Anyway, I
No,
really
Binance is in control of the price right now.
I mean I get why who are selling, but it's more or less these cry asses on X that are selling right now. It's like, okay, great, sell in a bear market, genius, great idea.
What, you're talking like BIP 110 retards or something? Like,
Yeah, you have a combination of BIP 110 retards, but then you have the other ones who bought MSTR, rode that fucker all the way down, and now are selling all their Bitcoin. I've seen a few of those as well, but it's mainly the BIP 110 retards.
Do they even have any Bitcoin? Shout out to Nickel SEO for subscribing to me.
Yo, AI guy on this right, you might have more subscribers than Serenity.
Yo, can you guys hear me? I just crashed out.
we can hear you
Yeah, we can
now,
hear
but
you.
you cut out there mid
All right.
sentence.
Yeah, Nickel SEO, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate you.
AI guy, you got to beat Serenity. You know, get more subs than Serenity.
That would be pretty sick.
I mean, Serenity follows me back. You know that, right?
Yeah, but you gotta get more subs there, man.
Does Serenity sub to you?
No, not yet.
That would be crazy.
Do you
Then you would be.
Dude, I got Mike Alfred. I mean, once I get Mike Alfred, you don't think I can get Serenity?
do you sub to Serenity?
Yeah. I just subscribed to Serenity today.
Trying to get that attention, eh? Trying to lock.
No, dude, we DM each other sometimes. You know, like it's you could say it's getting kind of serious.
Wow, you are way overcharging versus Serenity. Serenity is only $1.
Yeah, but I delivered the alpha, right? Like I am. We are the like we've been like we are the masters of this
Yo,
niche.
can
Like
I ask you something? Like, yeah, with Iron, for example, the way it kind of feels to me is that like Mike Alfred says stuff, and then 6 months later you start saying it. So I don't know. Is that true? Like, is that what's going on? I don't mind that, but
we literally got in the market at the same time. Like I might have bought before Mike Alfred. Like I bought it. You know, he might have bought a few days or weeks after me.
Hey,
We
man,
bought at the same
British, we
time.
can invalidate that. See, Mike Alfred isn't talking about Bitdeer, is he?
No, he's actually against
yeah,
Bitdeer.
but Bitdeer is also down like 30% since
That's
AI
why
guy
you. That's
told
why you
everyone
should get
about it.
excited. Like you want the price to go
Yeah, you
down.
want
Like
them
Oh
lower.
yeah, no, I get super excited when I'm getting kicked in the nuts. I get super excited.
Come on, British. Come on. This is investing 101, dude.
we're
You
3 to
buy
5
the
year
bottoms.
ideas. We 3 to
Listening to
5
this guy's
year.
selection is like, you know that James Bond scene where he's strapped to the fucking chair getting whooped in the ass? That's what that
Well,
is.
okay,
It's like,
so let's just be real, right? So Mike's fund, like the top stuff, is all done very, very well. And like the bottom of the barrel stuff has been trading pretty poorly the last few months here. So
Yo, British, I got a special message for you from Nickel SEO, who's my subscriber. Tell British 26 plates on leg press is the amount to beat. So you got
how
competition.
much?
26 plates. That's that.
26
Get the
plates.
fuck out of here. Good luck.
He's got to
All
get
right.
through Ronnie
If you are
Colvin's data.
subscribed to me, you get to deliver a special message to any one of these speakers. So if
Hey
you are
Teddy,
dying,
go over that Mike Alfred positions again. I'm kind of curious because I was gonna look into it.
if you have a message for Teddy or British, subscribe to me and I'll deliver it.
Yeah, I pulled up the fund earlier. I'm not looking at it right now.
What's the AUM? What's the AUM right now?
I
I
think he said 150 million, but you could check down his 13F.
yeah, I was looking at the 13F earlier. I don't have it pulled up here right now, but it was about 150, 200, somewhere in that range. And like the top three stocks like were like 90% of the fund, right?
What are they? I'm
Uh,
guessing iron's one of them.
yeah, Cipher, Iron, I think maybe Open Door was up there, or like maybe Open Door was fourth or fifth on the list of size in the fund. And like that's one
Man,
that's
he's got some heavy concentration. Holy shit. Okay. All right.
yeah.
Interesting. So I guess at the top of the market it was like 300.
Yeah, that's my guess. Yeah. Maybe even more. I don't know when he got into some of those smaller positions, but like could have been 500 even at the top.
I think AI guys should launch a subscription based on everything I've seen. I think he could raise 150 grand.
What are you talking about? I have a subscription.
A fund.
I don't want a fund.
Yeah, I'd actually just fucking throw a check at it. Fuck it.
Absolutely
Yeah,
not. I
right.
would
Why
not
not?
want to deal with your phone calls, bro. Like,
You're dealing with the phone calls right
no,
now.
no, no. I see you when
For
you're calm,
free.
cool, and
For
collected.
$4.
But when you're down 50, 75%, you don't want to, I don't want to deal with that.
Hello.
If I do that, I'm going to have a $10 million minimum, like, check, right? And $100 million
Well,
minimum net
that's
worth.
the end of that. Just stick to the $4.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I
I'd
don't know if
rather deal
anyone's
with
giving
that.
you 10 mil. I don't know if anyone's giving Mike 10 mil. I gotta see.
Well,
Maybe Mike is giving Mike 10 mil.
people are giving my 10 mil every 5 years of this subscription, right?
Hey, Brish, Mike said he only has one LP, but I don't know what they're
That's
considering
himself? Well,
as.
that must be himself then. That must be his
No,
own money.
one other. He's
Oh, one
the
other.
operating.
I
He's the
don't know. He's doing
manager.
really well. That's all I know. He's doing fucking awesome. Like, I'm very happy for the guy. Hopefully, the plays work out super well for him. Like,
I mean, dude,
I think he's
even
super smart.
yeah, for
He's probably
sure.
making more money from his subscription than, I mean, unless you're dealing with a bull market year, he's probably going to make equal or more money with
I
his
no, I
fund, with his
disagree with that.
subscription,
I disagree.
because you don't understand how money management works.
No, he's got uh I don't know what his actual performance metrics are, but or how he's compensated.
Exactly. Yeah, he's
Well, I don't know
probably
what his
two
Probably
setup
and
just
is.
the S&P.
I don't know if he's got a 2 and 20. I don't think he does. I
I don't
think he's
think he's
got.
got a 2 and 20. He's probably got less. Probably a 1 and maybe 1 and 25. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. But I'm very happy for him. I'm really. I think he's been one of the smartest like navigators of the attention in this space
I agree,
for
and
sure.
I'm the first
Smarter
person
than
he
me for
subscribed
sure.
to, and I'm the first person he subscribed to. So
It's
what does
probably
that make
because you
me?
begged him. It's probably because you said,
No, no, he wants no. He wanted to subscribe to me.
you
Dude,
said,
he's got
"Hey, bro,
options.
let me
British.
return."
It happened like just before you woke up, like just before you got on here.
He wanted
What
to
happened?
be the
It was it
428th
was
spot.
he Mike had said like a couple, I don't know, like a week back or something, like I'll be your 420th subscriber when Bitcoin AI guy only had like 300 subs. And then
Yeah,
we just happened to be in here when Bitcoin AI guy passed the 410 mark, and Mike couldn't figure out his Apple password, doesn't sub to anybody, so just happened to sub to Bitcoin AI guy. It was just
amazing.
he's not, and now Bitcoin AI guy is using it like, oh, I'm the only one he's sub to, I'm
No,
special.
of course, I understand it.
But
It's
really,
marketing, man.
really,
Mike's
Mike
got
couldn't
returns,
remember a
and
password.
AI guy's got whatever this is,
Charisma.
But
charisma.
it is $4 a month, right? Like, to be fair,
That's a lot to a lot of some of these Bitcoiners.
even if he has no alpha, I think the $4 is okay, right? But yeah,
That's what I subscribed for.
if
You
he
think I
has
subscribed
any
for
alpha,
alpha?
well,
Dude,
maybe.
Not for
all of
the
this is
alpha, the
alpha.
charisma.
No,
Think I
British is here for the
subscribe for alpha,
alpha.
Teddy? I'm
Yeah,
here for the jokes
Yeah, I'm here for the
Jokes,
memes. AI guys' memes are
dude.
pretty on point.
and to
No, no.
support my friend.
British writes the jokes with his iron short at $34.
I'll be your entertainment. It was really worth bringing you back to life, though. You're welcome. I mean, I probably lost like $1,600 on that, and I brought you back to life, brought your career back to life. Like, I think that was worth it. You should be appreciative.
I mean, dude, I needed to come back. The trenches needed me, right? Like I took a year off and it was fun, you know. But now I'm back in the space trenches, and I'm
See,
gunning
talking to
towards.
you, I keep forgetting shit in my fucking in the locker. Walking back now.
My target's a 1,000 subscribers. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I think, we're warming up to bigger things.
Your target should be what is Mike's ARR?
Dude, I don't give. I
Wait,
make more in the market. I make more in the market, right? Like this is all fun. I
You
want
don't make more
people.
than Mike Alfred in the market, boy. Better
I make no. I make
relax.
more focusing on the market than selling a $4 subscription.
Yeah, but you can do both because your subscription is part of whatever you're doing in the market,
Yeah, but
idiot.
this is fun, right? Like I'm not trying to make this a
Yeah, so make
business.
it fun. Make it fun with 120 grand a month instead of 40 grand a month. What's wrong with that?
I
You
mean, we'll
have to
see.
think bigger. This is the problem. This is why you're charging $4 because you don't know how to think in abundance. You know,
Dude. It's $4 now,
I need you
but
to think bigger. Can you think
it
bigger? Because you can
it could
then
be
lead these
10.
people to the promised land.
Well, British, if I jack up the price to $12, are you gonna last for 3 months? I want to keep you around.
Well, unless I just keep following your recommendations, yes, I think I can do it. If I just don't listen when you say Bitdeer, then I'm pretty sure I can still
Dude,
afford the
let's
12.
revisit this in 3 to 5 years.
yeah, hold
And
on, hold on.
Well,
I'm thinking about buying Bitdeer right now. So
market's closed.
no, I don't mean this second. I mean, when market opens. Am am I
I
making
was thinking about
right?
adding some as well, by the way.
Okay. I just
dude, we're
look.
gonna see a video after a 10x. Get to one bit here.
Oh, that one bit dear guy. I'm just thinking of the photo you came up with yesterday.
There are only three rules to wealth. 1, get to 1 bit deer. 2, shut up. 3, get fabulously wealthy.
This is like the first opportunity
Journey,
British
what's
has.
happening with your subscription?
I'm doing a lot of workout
I
stuff, man.
subscribe to him. I gave him a shout out and he got a subscriber.
Dude, I got a subscriber from this
It's
space.
good.
Yeah, crashing it. But Journey,
Subscribe to
you're
Journey and change your health and fitness for the better.
it just doesn't show how many subscribers he
I don't know how to
has.
change that. How do I change that?
You gotta go do it in your settings. You're
From my
too
phone?
Is it even possible to change that?
Yeah,
yeah.
you
So
can.
I've tried to
We
change stuff from my phone, like the introductory page. It wouldn't let me do it. I think I have to do it on the computer.
we didn't know how many subscribers Bitcoin AI guy had, like I was saying a week or so ago. And he kept saying I have 300, and we were like, yeah, we don't fucking believe you, And then he
I'm
finally
gonna hide
Oh,
mine because
I'll tell you,
my
I got,
program hasn't launched and the numbers look terrible.
dude, I got 6 subscribers, dude. 6.
no, don't
How much you
hide it,
charging?
Trish.
my subscribers are begging me to raise my prices, but I don't want to raise the prices. I want
Hey,
more
no,
people to
hey,
join.
trust me. As a subscriber, nobody's begging you to raise your prices. It
You're
might
not in
be
the group
overpriced
chat.
right now.
You're not in the
I
group
want him
chat.
to raise his price.
Look, that Mitch is a subscriber.
Bro, fucking Jamie Miner is in the
Oh
Alpha
yeah, dude.
Mafia.
The
Like,
Dude,
IQ points dropped like
you can
9,000
just
points with
kick
that.
them. You don't have to raise
Oh,
the
you just
price.
got to
whatever
raise it to
price it
$5 and
takes,
it'll leave.
Raise the
whatever
price.
price it takes to get Jamie
Yeah,
Miner
honestly,
out
dude,
is the
I
hurdle
will
rate.
pay that. I will pay that.
No, this is all about everyone's paying the same price, right? Until there's
I gotta go
tiers,
work
right?
out. I'll be back off.
But British, it's all about workout stuff. So
Check it.
that's what it's about, to answer your question.
All right. So everyone, if you're enjoying this space, please repost. If you're not going to pay me $4 a month, comment. If you're a subscriber, and you want a special message to Teddy or Journey or anyone else, leave a comment. Subscribe to me if you like these topics about Bitcoin, AI, equities, etc. Right? I do recorded spaces for my subscribers. I do all sorts of cool stuff. I share alpha, cover markets daily. If you like that, subscribe to me. It'll be the best $4 you ever spent, and Journey can vouch. Mitch can vouch. Both of these Mitches can vouch. Shepard can vouch. Seth is new, but I'm sure he likes what he's saying.
Actually, that's true, Journey. I'd pay him another $2 if he blocked Jamie. I'd pay him another $4 if he blocked Jamie.
I have blocked Jamie.
But he
No.
Jamie doesn't even talk in the chats.
Yeah, but AI guy, he's been a cancer. Any group or community he joins, he just like fucking wrecks it.
He does not talk. He's just here for the alpha. He's here for the wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. If you're not here for the community, that's okay. You can be here for the alpha. Some people want both, right? Some people want the entertainment. Some people want the alpha. Some people just want to see, me, making memes about British Hodl, right? Like whatever it is for you, that's your decision. You don't have to be the group chat.
But you should be in the group chat. You should definitely do it.
Yeah, that's where the memes live. It's a group chat. You should join
Yeah.
your group chat. You should go in any group chat that Bitcoin AI guy makes.
The
It's always a
most
fun time.
lit group chat on all spaces.
Look, if you're having this much fun in a bear market, in a Bitcoin bear market, and AI stock correction, imagine how much fun it'll be when things are at all-time highs.
AI guy, you disappear during the bull markets, man.
Dude, when things go up, I like to live my life. Like I don't live on Twitter, man. Like I like to come out when things are really
Are
bad.
you sure you don't live on Twitter? You've hosted a space pretty much 24/7 for the last week.
Yeah, because we bottomed, right? Like we bottomed out, right? So when all the bears are out and crying, I get bullish, right? Like when everyone's hosting spaces and everything is ripping, when stocks are up 10x, 5x, 3x, 2x, dude, like I'm just gonna be another dick, right? Like, I can't compete with these dudes, right? Like, I'm just another voice, right? But during the bottoms, none of those dudes are around, right? Like, that's where I shine. Like, this is the time I pound my chest because the tourists are gone, the LARPs are out, they're back to their day jobs, right? So I'm here, right? I'm bullish. And, that's high signal for a lot of people because every other space is fucking full of bullshit and crybabies and crash outs and negativity. If you want positivity, if you want to learn more about AI, AI equities, AI infrastructure, AI stocks, Bitcoin equities, crypto equities, like that's what I cover. And this is the best time to be bullish because everyone else is crying. Everything else, looks so bearish. But you want to be positioned, during bear market prices so you can get the maximum benefits when the euphoria comes. It's inevitable. It's a cycle. You know, I've seen it before.
I think this week's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, but who cares? Who cares? We could be up 20% a week. It does not matter. Like that just doesn't mean anything.
So
Right?
if
Like
we're up 69% for the week. You're not waking up.
wake me up, after the 10x. Wake me up after 5x. Wake me up after 3x. What is 20%, dude?
No, I didn't say 20%. I said 69%.
Dude, I get out of bed for 69%. Like, you want me to put on my shoes? You want me to brush my teeth? You want me to, do my hair? You want me to shave? Like, show me some more excitement.
Hey, if I'm paying you $4 a month, you better look good for me. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, these are bear market prices. Like the lower the price of my subscription, the harder the deals in the market. The higher the price of my subscription, the more you should be worried. That's the alpha. If when my subscription is $100, you're gonna be like, "There's no fucking deals. I've already made my money. Why am I paying this
That's the top.
motherfucker?" It might not be the top. It might be a good time to trim, right? We can talk about it. But when it's $4, you're gonna be like, "Dude, what the fuck? Why don't you raise your prices? There's assholes here." But that asshole is gonna be making money just like you, So just make sure you have more money invested than the guy you hate.
That's how you mog people financially. Financial mogging is a hack.
Journey, do the little pitch you do. Like that was really good when you were trying to
Subscribe
stream. You
and
lost your
What was
voice.
that? No,
Say it
redo
with your
that. Redo
chest.
that. Come
no,
on.
I can't scream, dude. I
I,
got
I
people
think I
sleeping in
lift
my
more
house,
weights,
man.
Journey gets more testosterone, man.
Did
Maybe
you lose
make
your
it a
voice
bit
or what
deeper.
happened?
Yeah, dude. If my fam wakes up, dude, it's over for you guys.
Just
I'm
walk
You
telling you.
live
outside
you
real
living with
quick.
your mom?
I never know when a man says my family if they mean like their mother and father living upstairs or
Yeah,
their
basically.
wife and
Well,
their
actually, so
wife
so
and
Teddy,
kids.
I'll explain my situation to you. I retired my parents a few years, well, like a few years ago, but they came here. They came here when they were super old, so they don't have retirement savings, and I'm their only son, so I'm not just gonna like, well, bye, you know. So I take care of them.
That's a good man right there. Subscribe to this man. He's a good man.
I mean, it's been a fun space, right? I mean, if Journey's losing his voice, I mean, I've lost my hype man. There's still 200 motherfucking people here. This is crazy. This is so
Yeah,
late.
we just need to talk about some tickers, bro. Like, what are the tickers? People don't
We
care
talk
about all.
about listen, Teddy. We
Hi.
talk about tickers 24/7 in the subscriber
Oh, I got a
chat.
Legit.
ticker for you.
What's the ticker?
Oh, here we go.
DOG.
Yeah, guy. Did you ever buy any of that shit back in the day?
By what?
Fucking meme coins and NFTs and all that
I
nonsense.
bought NFTs, yeah, which nothing to write home about. Definitely. I mean, I don't buy a dog, right? But I support J Dog. I let him talk on my spaces. I let him show from time to time. I let him play the dog soundboard, right? Like that's me supporting him.
Nah, that's legit. Me and J Dog go way back, bro.
Well, he's supporting Bitcoin NFTs, right?
Well, Teddy's the one
If
that
it
got
were,
me into dog, pretty much. He got me into Runestone. Yep.
Ooh, boy.
some of the people in my community were printing off ruins. They were getting some crazy airdrops.
Oh yeah, bro. Like I killed that shit. I was inscribing before there was 10,000 inscriptions.
So talk to us in fiat. Like what does that mean?
Well, like in fiat and like earnings or what you could have made. So
Yeah.
let's just go like this. If you inscribed in the first 1,000 inscriptions, which like me and Jesse were probably in the same room on Clubhouse when there was only 200 inscriptions, right? If you had it inscribed in the first 1,000 at the all-time high pricing just for one inscription in the first 1,000, it was at least one Bitcoin, right?
Those
Like,
are the numbers I hear. Yeah.
yeah. And then like we were there when the guy who inscribed the first inscription came in the room and was trying to sell it. So like I instantly was like, yo, like I'll buy that off you. I knew it was like in the moment there was 230
Are you talking about the dick
fucking
butt, huh?
inscription. Yeah, the dick butt. And like I said to him, I'll buy it for one Bitcoin right now. Right. And this is early 2023. So one Bitcoin's not like a crazy fiat amount, right? But it was the start of that run from 2023. Ordinals really were the catalyst, in my opinion, that really got Bitcoin re-energized, right? Like 2022 is pretty hard there. Like I know we rolled over into an X quarter, like people that had sold in 2022, were ready to get bullish again in Q1 of 2023. All the funds that had to take profits to show profits on their books and then we're getting back into those positions, got back in and whatever. We had the FTX crash, but ordinals were fucking huge in 2023 and 2024 even. Really like NFTs were in the 2020 cycle, right? So anyways, yeah, I was a part of, some guys inscribing on Bitcoin in 2020, January, February of 2023. We did a whole collection of inscriptions, like that were all sub 10Ks, right? So the first 10,000 inscriptions on Bitcoin, and all of those were selling for, like point 0.2 Bitcoin at the all time high for a full collection, right? So anyways, it was fucking madness. And people, it's funny because like every single buyer wasn't a Bitcoiner. Like they were all fucking ETH people being like, oh, Bitcoin has NFTs, like let's go buy them. Or people like with Solana that were buying. Because the other thing about it, it was all peer to peer. There was no fucking marketplace for the first like 3 months. So like if you wanted to buy an ordinal in like the first 2-3 months of inscriptions, like you needed to send some guy like thousands of dollars in the Discord and hope that he was gonna send you this ordinal. Like it was, yeah, it was wild, wild west type shit. It was like same type of shit when you were fucking buying Bitcoin in 2012, 2013. Like you don't fucking know. You're giving some guy cash like a fucking corner somewhere if he's gonna send the transaction or fucking pull out a knife. Like it was the same type of thing, except over the internet. But yeah, like there's always shit coins, crazy OTCs when they don't have exchanges that you can trade them on. And it was just kind of the same thing right there. And then the exchanges started picking them up. And then by the time the big exchanges started being like, oh, we should fucking, offer some sort of thing for ordinals, the market kind of died. Everything topped. Ordinals dying were a pretty good signal that the Bitcoin top was going to be in soon. And when Bitcoin rallies, I think we'll probably see a resurgence in some of the ordinals projects, just the same way we did in NFTs between 17 and 21. But yeah, man. Bitcoin mining, it's an interesting theory that Jesse has there regarding the fees and if the fees are going to generate enough of a block subsidy to really pump the miners. I think
Yo, Teddy, I'm like about to fall asleep. Like we need some energy. Journey,
yes,
uh, Journey. I think if we're gonna be retard maxing, we need to have more positive energy here.
Absolutely, we gotta
Like
have more positive
all
energy.
the talk about blocking people, I think isn't healthy, dude. I think all the negativity that
Okay,
you
I'll
have for
unblock.
other
I'll
people.
unblock. You know what? That's actually very right because you shouldn't actually even care about anything that anybody has to say on the internet about you. You should only be worried about yourself.
Journey.
Absolutely.
If you want me to support you and subscribe to you, you have to unblock
I
Jamie.
did. I just did. Hold on one sec. I'll take a screenshot too. Hold on. Wait.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna invite him to this space. Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna invite him, and we're gonna squash the beef live, and then
that's
that's
We're
what we're
gonna
gonna do.
amazing.
squash it. We're gonna
This is
squash it live right now.
we're gonna
Yo,
squash it.
big Bitcoin AI guy, me and Mike had each other blocked for like,
Yeah, I helped that. Yeah, I remember.
Dude, I'll even do you one better. I hit the follow button too, dude.
damn son.
I care about my subscribers, man.
All right. Well, I invited him. Let's see if he's awake.
Most people burn bridges. Bitcoin AI guy builds them. Subscribe today.
No, dude, that's Journey. You gotta do it in his like pitch.
Yeah, I don't know if I could match Journey's energy like that, to be honest.
Wait, just wait. Just give me a sec. I'm gonna do this right now. Just
He's gonna walk out of his mom's house.
I gotta go outside the house for you fucking
Isn't it freezing?
subscribe. Hit the subscribe button today. Do it today, right now, and you'll get massive legs from buying the best companies like Bitdeer, and you'll make so much
No, no,
money.
no. Hey,
So much money.
we can't lie. We can't lie. Bitdeer is a work in progress. They're not the best company. The 2%
Ever,
position.
ever, best company ever.
It has a lot of debt on the balance sheet. Uh, the company's AI revenues are still early. They just announced an ATM, right? They're getting good project financing, but they still have a lot to prove. The stock can go down 50%. But it's still, it's still worth a shot.
Dude, he followed me back. See, this is what happens when you subscribe to Bitcoin AI guy. Like this is like you build relationships, you mend them, you create community, you get better. It's good. It's a good time.
Yeah, bring his
Positive
ass
energies,
in here.
man.
Give him
That's
a
what we
DM.
need at
Tell
the
him to come
bottom.
in.
Community building.
I invite
Subscribe
him.
now.
My AirPods sign that.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out. We can't hear you.
I think he walked out of his house.
He said it was his AirPods or something.
Oh no, I walked out of my house. Sorry, that was me.
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna go away from the keyboard. If you see Jamie come up, just your co-host.
Yeah, he'll
Yeah,
bring
dude.
him up.
Yeah. I'll send it.
Why am
What
I
did I
answering
miss?
for you?
What did I miss?
Yo, what's up, Natalie? Did you get
What's
that
up?
snake out?
No, J Dog. The firefighters came. I thought I had it cornered and contained, and we opened the door, and it was nowhere to be found. So, yeah, it's still lurking in here somewhere.
Yo, when are you gonna subscribe to me?
Yeah, honestly, Natalie, what the heck?
I think
We
she
just
said she
talked
was
about
gonna.
this.
No,
She
we did
said she was
not
gonna be
talk. We need to talk about
444.
this live. Like, why are you not subscribed to me?
We did talk about this live though
Yeah, she
too.
did.
Like literally. Yeah. Thank you, J Dog. What I say, 500? What number are we at now? I'm gonna guess 435.
Was it
I don't know. You were on a
500
I'm
roll.
at
or 444?
431. 431.
Wait, how do you change that so you show the number on your? How do you change that?
You think I'm gonna save my?
Anybody?
You think I'm gonna save
Refresh
myself for you?
button.
Like,
Yes.
what is this? Like, that optionality costs money, dude. Like, what's the number you want?
No, I said 500
All right,
earlier.
I'm gonna write this down so I remember. The price might be higher. I'm just letting you know, like at 500, because the demand is going up.
You did write it down. I got you. I got you. I saw
All right,
it.
Wait, do you lock in this price or does it increase with when you increase it? How's that
J
work?
Dog, you're asking the wrong questions. You should be focused on making money instead of counting pennies, dude.
That's what I'm doing. I'm doing that.
I don't think you are,
I'm
man.
literally working.
I
I'm
think you need a
working right now,
retard
bro.
max. No, everyone pays the same price. So if the price goes from $4 to $12 in a few weeks, months, whatever the time period is, you pay the $12. And if you unsubscribe, I'm just gonna assume you went broke, right? Like that's the situation. And if I ever see you on my space after you unsubscribe to me, I'm gonna call you out on it. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, J Dog, you unsubscribed? You know, you still door dashing? You still Uber driving?"
Well, I gotta subscribe first.
Can I pay for the year?
No, absolutely not. I don't want to. I can't handle that much money at once.
Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it, Mitch. Just give it to me.
I have X money on, but I don't want you to pay me. I'm happy with the $4 for now. Right? Like, let's let's let the community know that we're doing this and we're rebuilding the community. And once everyone has a chance to get in, right, then we could talk about what's coming next.
You have to run spaces like on hour every hour, or at least just make the announcement, repost the room, send out tweets here and there. But I'm just so far with this space. You guys are gaining a lot of momentum. And Journeyman, you just started your subscription, right? So,
Oh well, no, it's
um,
been on for a while. I just didn't know what to do with it. You know. Yeah.
so just now promoting it. But how's
Yeah.
it going?
Hey,
Oh, I got
yeah,
6
Jamie said
subscribers.
just messaged me, said he followed you back. Okay, so we ended the beef.
Jamie who?
Minor.
Oh, he's following you guys?
No, there's a beef going on. So let me
You
just
got
put
to
it
name
into terms
another
that you
beef
might
now.
understand. So Journey is like Natalie, and Jamie is like the snake in Natalie's house, right?
Well, I think Natalie has Jamie blocked also.
So we don't know where Jamie is. Like we don't know where the snake is. So
He's in the grease trap.
yeah, uh, but
Probably with the snake.
we're good now, right? Like now he can join our spaces. You know, the beef is done. No hard feelings. Let's make some fucking money. Dude, blocking people over like Twitter drama is the stupidest thing. Like, uh, like these are like bottom signals. Like we're here to win, right?
It's actually true. Like I just you shouldn't even care about what other people say about you online. It's online. This is whatever, man. Just be your best version that you could be.
That's why I'm trying to rebuild the community, right? Like I need the support from you guys. I need you all to subscribe to me so we can make Mining Mafia great again. We need to make Mining Mafia great. We were the number one Bitcoin and AI community, and we're one of the top performing, uh, you know, you know, finance communities on Twitter, right? Like we have countless CEOs, countless institutional investors. We've got billionaires in the group. We've got celebrities in the group, right? We got professional athletes in the group. Now, don't get too excited. You know, we got some heavy hitters.
She's got to get excited, man. I got a 6-pack.
Bro, she ain't looking at your skin and bones, dude. Like we're talking about pro athletes right now.
Skin and bones, dog. I will.
No, I'm just
I'll
teasing.
mog these quote unquote pro athletes any day of the week, any day.
All right, Jamie's here. Let's squash this beef live.
It's squashed. It's good. We're
No,
good.
we're gonna talk about it live. All right, Jamie, what's going on? Let's get cut to the chase.
Hey, brother, how's everything going?
All right, Journey, what do you got to
What's going?
say?
Nothing. It's good, bro. We're good.
Jamie's
This is a derivative of a larger beef with the Fred Krueger thing. And by the way, we just were in another space. Joe Calasari was over there trying to broker a ceasefire agreement with Fred and I, and I was open to it, and we're still negotiating. However, the host of that space was muting me during my responses, so it wasn't the best space to be able to continue that. So Joe and I will probably talk offline, and hopefully we can have some some progress on this negotiation toward a ceasefire. We
There's
want
a
peace. We want
secret to
peace in
not
the
getting on
region.
people's bad side, Jamie, and that's not trying to engagement farm them. If
Oh
you can stop
gosh.
doing that, you'll be on everyone's good side
Oh
again.
my gosh. Let's. I'll just move on from
It's
that.
okay, Jamie. It's okay. You don't have to care about what other people say about you on Twitter. You really don't.
Come
I've
on,
really
Mitch.
learned this
Unblock
throughout
him.
my fitness journey. And Bitcoin AI guy, man, I'm telling you, this guy, when he subscribed to me, I actually decided to push myself a little further to be like a really good person and individual in life and in reality. Because man, it's pressure, dude. You get a big account subscribing to you. You got to put out your best work, alpha, all the time. Okay, and one of that, you gotta be able to just not care about what other people say online about you. Just not care. Just got to do you. Okay. Because everybody
well,
will have a
guys,
perspective regardless of what you
Journey,
do.
let me preach, okay? So the common denominator here is me. Like you guys are all paying me $4 a month, right? Uh, you know, I appreciate you guys, but like in the alpha chat, we can't bring any of this baggage, right? That is the highest signal chat potentially on Twitter, right? Like these, it's straight alpha, right? So we can't. I don't care, who slept with who, right? I don't care, you know, about your baby mama
Whoa, whoa,
drama.
bro. I
I
don't
don't
swing that
care
way.
about who benches what. Like we're here to win in the market. We're here to win.
And build the culture, right? That's like the culture is the important. That's what I thought that was
We're
like.
on the same team. We're on
Yeah,
the same fucking
100%.
team.
He made me see the way, Jamie. Bitcoin AI guy made me see the way. I apologize if I ever caused you any disrespect, dude. We're good. We're
Well,
good.
listen. I apologize. Also, I'd love a fresh start moving forward. I don't, and I said the same thing again to Joe over there, Fred. Like, let's both reset, but let's just start. You know, let's well, I'll let them speak for whatever. But there's an opportunity there, and I think
I
that's the
just got
important
another
part.
subscriber, Van City Mac. I appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing. If you are listening to this space, you know it's your support that makes this space great, and it's people like you who are gonna make mining mafia great again.
And Bitcoin AI, even like Mike and Benjamin, right? Like that little beef, like that during my space, we were talking about it going there, and both of them came in and they squashed that. So there's some circular rebuilding going on, I think, through this whole thing here. So it's a good thing.
Yeah,
We're so
we
fucking
hear
back,
about
bro.
circular financing. We hear about circle jerking. We hear about all sorts of stuff. With circular financing deals and AI. Same deal in Bitcoin now.
Is that what it means to be a part of a circular economy? Circle jerking?
It's all the same thing, man. It's all the same thing.
I need more alpha and exposure to this sector. That's why I'm here. That's the bottom line.
Which sector?
This data AI sector, all the
You mean the
things that you've been
sector that's making
discussing
the
and
most
talking about.
money? Like,
Exactly.
Jamie, look, the world needs more compute. That's the thesis, dude. It'll always need more compute. You need these companies, dude. You need them in your profile
I'm
portfolio.
hearing it. I'm dialing in.
well, Jamie, you are not missing out. Like, this is the best time, right? You're not late. You're not extremely early, but no, like how many people in this room were extremely early at Bitcoin, sub, $1,000? Probably just me, maybe Teddy.
Maybe J Dog.
Nah, bro, I got it in 2021, not me. But I am early to dog.
We gotta support each other, right? Like, once we're in the alpha chat, it doesn't matter what tickers you own. What matters is, are we sharing the alpha? Are we trying to make each other better? We're not here to make personal attacks. We're here to challenge each other's thesis, right? Like, I want you to challenge my thesis. If I'm bullish iron, and you're saying I just saw this data center moratorium, we should have a discussion and say, like, here are the pros, here are the cons, here are the expected winners, here are the expected losers, right? It's not about oh, you're engagement farming. It's not about you know it's not about how much you can bench press. It's about your idea. It's about your conviction, right? And then we talk about allocation. What do you want to risk? What is the upside? What is the downside? How much volatility are you willing to handle? Can you handle a 50% correction twice a year? Most people can't. But that's what makes us the few who make all the money in the market, because we can endure the pain and the volatility. And that is why we deserve all the guac candles.
Mitch, are we gonna have like a definition for autism maxing?
Tell you what, if you want one, I'll draft one.
Yeah, I think we need one because Bitcoin AI guy talked about autism, being autistic a little bit, and I think we're all on a spectrum. But what's the difference between autism maxing and retard
Well,
maxing?
dude, I've never said the words autism maxing. I don't think I'm
No,
autistic.
that's me.
I
That's
just
me.
think I'm
That's all me.
passionate, right? And some people think I'm autistic because I don't like hanging out with people from Twitter in person and doing all these Bitcoin circle jerks. I'm here to make money, dude. Like, I'm not here to hang around and sing kumbaya and lose money on a cold card, right? Like, that's not what I'm trying to do, right? Like, I'm here to outperform, right? I've been in Bitcoin longer than most of you guys, and I probably talk about Bitcoin the least, right? And I have Bitcoin in my fucking name. uh it's gonna go up. Like, hold it, right? Like, move on. Like, that's it. Like, it's a low price. If you have a ton of gains, accumulate some and keep making money. Like, that's the whole pitch.
It sounds. I would think maybe Journey. I don't know what you think about this, but like retard maxing sounds like a choice, and autism maxing is something you're born with. Maybe I don't know.
I think I'm on the spectrum,
Dude,
dude.
retard maxing is like, it's like going to the gym. You have to exercise it, right? It's a muscle. right?
Absolutely.
You,
It's
it's
discipline.
discipline, but you don't want to overthink it. Like that's the whole idea. If you have to think about retard maxing, you're not retard maxing. You're retard minning.
Yeah, like you gotta follow the instinct, the gut instinct, and that instinct, man. A lot of people don't trust it, man.
You have to
So that's
silence your
retard
inner
maxing.
bitch. Like you have to
Yeah,
silence
yeah.
it, dude. Like if you see your portfolio get cut in half, you have to say thank you for this opportunity, market gods. The guac candles are loading, and you know volatility is vitality. That's all you have to say.
That is one thing I really respect about you, Bitcoin AI guy, is that you're someone that got into Bitcoin early, but you're still looking for that next play, that next Bitcoin, for example, like the
Well, dude,
next
I
thing that
wasn't
you
an
can invest
accredited
in.
investor when I was 19 years old, right? Like I was not. I was not that guy. I was just a college student that was trying to buy some weed, right? Like it was not that crazy, right? Now, I do this full time.
You're leveling up. You're leveling up. That's how I respect, because most people, like the Bitcoin maxis, they just stay there and they don't see the other opportunities that are out there. And so I don't know. I love it, man. I appreciate the space that you hold.
Dude, I've never like I think Bitcoin maxis are just people who just refuse to learn, right? Like uh you can't just like you got to take risks, right? Like life is about creating optionality and taking risk. Like the reason to ascend is so you can create optionality, right? Like you want to own different things. So when something's working, you should get excited and then look at things that are, that have potential to run, right? And right now, Bitcoin looks like that opportunity where it's out of favor. British Hodl is not making as many Bitcoin content, right? He's not getting as many views. That's your alpha, right? Like it's Bitcoin's out of favor, price is low, it hasn't moved in 5 years. On the 2 year, it's up like what 5 to 7%. Trash, right? S&P is pumping. AI is leading. Um, Bitcoin looks fucking amazing, right? Like you have to train yourself to see opportunities in the pain. Like I always look as an investor, I look for pain. Like when I get into a situation like Bitdeer, I ask myself, who's been in pain? Uh, the bulls have clearly been in pain. The shorts are. This is definitely a crowded trade. The company's the founder and the CEO owns a quarter of the company, billionaire, and he's in pain. Like this dude is in pain because he sees all his other peers getting fucking fabulously wealthy. Shout out to British Hodl off this AI trade, and his stock is not getting re-rated, and he's got a chip on his shoulder. Dude's already a billionaire, right? Uh, he wants to be a deca billionaire, right? He wants everything, right? So, putting myself in his shoes, the dude's on his revenge arc, right? So I'm here for that, right? I want to see this guy win, and I think, you know, I think he could do it, right? Like I think you know I get excited when I see the things I want to buy and the holders are in pain or something is something's wrong because when everything is clear and everything is working, it's pretty much priced in or you're paying a premium, and I don't like buying the top. I'm not British Hodl. Jay Billy's back. Welcome back, Jamie. I appreciate the shout out. Thank you for saying repost for the host. I appreciate reposting the space. Just got a funny comment by Anurag. Top is in when Polarity Radio subscribes to you. That's David Leaving Gaines, aka David Levinson, aka David Lesbianson, aka I'm Leaving Son.
That would be a top. If he subscribed to you, that would be a top. That
No,
big time.
yeah, that's what a fat finger looks like if you're really curious.
Wait, where's the beef with that? With the what is it? Adam Livingston is his real name?
No, David.
David, yeah.
David.
No, he's
Wait,
just against everything high
who is that?
beta. He's actively trying to not make money in the markets, and apparently he has a large hedge fund, and people pay him $100 a month to lose money. I just don't understand that situation. Like I've outperformed most people in the market for the past few years, and I charge $4, right? Like and then you have guys that are just losing money and losing opportunity and saying stupid shit like AI is a bubble, and they're charging $100 a month. I don't understand that. It's not the fact that he's charging $100. It's just that people are paying that price. Like a lot of people, right? I guess like people just want the masochism, or they want just a word salad professor. Uh, you know, maybe gives them like flashbacks to when they're in college and struggling, and you know,
I don't know. Doom and gloom gets more clicks, dude. That's what it is. Frick, it's wild.
he comes on spaces and starts yelling at people. Like I don't understand why anyone would pay for that.
Well, him and McGlone both feel that they've convinced people at least that there's a possibility that Bitcoin's going to 10 grand, and so that's where that's the market he's tapped into.
No, he said 1,000, Jamie. He's
Oh,
going
he
to
went.
1,000.
Oh wow. So there
Oh,
you
it's
go.
that guy. Oh my god. What are you telling people just to short it? What's going on? You're gonna lose all their money.
He's keeping people out of the market and waiting for it. They got limit orders at 1,000, I guess, waiting for it to hit there before they put any more money into any other markets that are going up. I think that's
Dude,
that's
whenever
my read.
David Levinson is in a space, I'm leaving, son.
It is entertaining though when Mike and him go at it
I
on
can't enjoy
Spaces.
it because I'm blocked by David, so
Oh
I can't
God.
partake. Or, like I have no idea when that's happening.
You want me to try to broker a deal like you did tonight? I can try to.
I'm blocked by George Noble. I'm blocked by George Noble. I'm
Oh, me
blocked by
too.
Wait, you don't
David
got an alt?
leaving Gaines. I'm blocked by Jim Chanos. Right, like the boomer trifecta of not making money has all blocked me. They're allergic to gains. They're allergic to making money. They're allergic to Bitcoin. They're allergic to AI, and none of them are gonna make it. Right, like these guys are washed up has-beens that are just farming attention. Right, uh, and
I'm blocked by two of those three guys.
I'm blocked by a couple boomers, but they're dark side and puncher.
I think they're just allergic to testosterone. That's what it is.
Are you blocked by Larry Lepard?
I am as an association with Joe Calasari.
Wait, come on. There's
I
no
liked
way.
one of Joe's posts and Larry blocked me for that. George Noble does follow me, by the way. David's neutral and
George
I
Noble
thought
blocked
George
me.
Noble was actually hilarious. He came on one of my spaces and then he talks for like an hour straight. And then he just like completely unhinged. He'll be like, "Don't pay your taxes because Trump is president. If this is the year to not pay taxes, this is the probably the time to do it." And then he says, "Oh yeah, Iron, fuck that stock. That's going to zero. Complete horseshit." And then he's like showing his conference tickets for like 20 minutes, and then he says, "By the way, guys, I was so and so secretary of the Fidelity Fund, right? Like, was it Peter Lynch? She's like, I was Peter Lynch's bitch, right? Like, like who the hell cares that you're the Monica Lewinsky of Peter Lynch, right? Like, dude's a fucking loser.
Yeah, just because somebody has been losing money for 50 straight years doesn't mean they're magically going to stop losing money after 50 straight years.
Dude, I think the guy's funny. I'm just actually upset that he blocked me, so I can't hear his monologues because I actually enjoy
Why did
them.
he block you? What happened?
Why do you think I'm an AI bull, right? Like,
But like,
Uh,
did you say something to him that offended him? Like,
I just responded that you were not bullish enough, $ Iron, all caps, and then he blocked me.
that's what he. Oh my, these dudes are sensitive, man. If that's the
V-
only reason he bought, like,
Yeah, but this is like after like he comes on my space and hijacks it and shows us like $17 conference ticket.
yeah, I mean, usually, like, if you're somebody who's blocking somebody for just having a different opinion on you, like generally, you should only block somebody if they're like, saying stuff that's
Harassing
really,
you, yeah.
yeah, like being harassing, stuff that's like really bad, like saying offensive
It's a
shit,
boomer. It's a boomer quality where they just block
Dude, I
you
have
for
nothing
the
against
smallest
boomers.
thing.
Like a bunch of my friends on this app are all boomers, right? Like it's unfortunate because it's not unfortunate. It's just young
They don't know
and
how to
like
use the internet.
they don't. Dude, these guys are rich. Like my group chat's full of boomers, right? Because it would be like 10 a.m. and the only people active at that hour are just like people who don't have jobs, right? So it's all these boomers that have money that are buying stocks, and they're buying dips and living life. There's nothing wrong with boomers. It's just those three are assholes.
they,
It's the
it's
asshole
just.
boomer combination. It's not one or the other. It's the combination that's not tolerable.
There are boomers that are tuned into the spaces and having the best time. Like some of my subscribers, the best subscribers of mine are boomers. Shout out to all the boomers that are subscribed to me. If you're a boomer and you're not subscribed, you should subscribe right now.
No, I've dealt with some boomers that were subscribed. I had one boomer that was a subscriber for a long time. He was one of those dudes that's lost money. He was a former stockbroker that's like lost money for 50 straight years, and he doesn't want to stop now. That dude was annoying, man. Oh my God. He was telling me 100%, there was 100% chance that we were going into a recession this year, or when Iran first started. That was the string. Like, I'm not dealing with this guy anymore. Like, I banned him after that. That was done. Like that was he told me he sold his house in early 2021 to try to time the housing market. The dude's been renting for the last like this is just awful. Like every single call is just the worst possible shit you can imagine. Like, and I looked at the dude, like his on Finra or whatever. The dude worked for 18 different firms over a 30-year period and has his license suspended after '08 at one point. Like the dude is just straight scamming for 30 years. He'd send me all these fucking like he'd send me like one news article that was bullish, then 2 days later he'd send me one that's bearish. It was like Jim Cramer. Like it's just like, oh my God. He was telling me I was missing out on SWE, missing out on SPX 6900. Like, dude, you're 70 years old. What the fuck are you smoking?
Jim
Like,
Cramer told you
you're just
that?
bored. No. I'm not gonna say who this was, but it was a former stockbroker. Um,
All right. Thanks for your reminder, Evan. First and foremost, fuck Jim Cramer. Fuck Jim Cramer. Fuck Jim Cramer. Fuck that asshole.
no, this guy was worse than Jim Cramer, but
Why did Jim Cramer get bullish on Iron near the top?
No. He said iron is the poor man's core weave.
I can't believe he even commented on that. I can't believe he would even know what
How
that
does that
is.
even make sense?
It's a smaller market cap.
Just do the opposite of what he
I
says.
That's
That's what you do.
exactly it.
that's what
Those
retard
are the guys
maxim's
you want to
about.
follow.
Man, if
That's the
you did
guys you
the
want to
inverse
follow. The
Kramer
guys that are
trade, you
bullish
were
on
up
Bitcoin.
like 70+%. It was insane.
There you go. Every time Peter Schiff says sell Bitcoin, I buy
The
Peter
more.
problem
Schiff
with Jim
blocked me
Cramer,
too. Peter Schiff blocked me. That's four boomers.
that's actually
I got
impressive
blocked
for
by
Peter
Mark
Schiff
Cuban.
to block you because everyone talks shit about Peter Schiff. Like you must have really struck a nerve. I want to know what the hell you did to have Peter Schiff
Name some
block you
more
because
boomers, guys. Like I'll just go down the list.
Mark Cuban? I got blocked by Mark
I don't
Cuban.
think so, but he definitely looks like a lesbian now.
Well, I made fun of him because I said that he looked like Rachel Maddow, and
oh
then he blocked me.
I thought
now
this was I
Mark
thought this was
Cuban,
a
guys.
healing space, Bitcoin AI. If we start naming boomers, we'll
No,
have
no,
more
the
division.
alpha chat.
You know.
No.
I know some inside
We're
information
we're
about
we're
Mark
all on the
Cuban.
same team. If you're paying me $4 a month, if you're not, go fuck yourself.
You guys, you want to hear something juicy about Mark Cuban?
Yes.
He used to bang hookers on his private jet, and he got in trouble for it. So that's why he had to turn woke. I'm not making this up. I swear to God.
Swear my life.
How do you know? Like this just sounds like a Twitter rumor.
No, I know a
Were
guy
you one
who
of
knows a
them,
guy.
Evan? Are
I
you like
You know one
snitching
of the
right now
guys
on
you banged?
yourself?
I was in a sauna in Thailand, and I met a guy that used to work for him, and he told me. Swear on my life.
That sounds like a great source.
This sounds legit, bro.
No, trust me, trust me. People in Thailand don't lie.
That's the same source that CNN uses.
They probably do, but But CNN's on Cuban side
People in
though, because
Thailand don't lie.
I'm obviously being sarcastic.
The girl. I was thinking like the girls. I
Hap
think lie a
Kunta.
lot, don't they?
I don't know. I
No
was just
way.
joking. I met a guy in a sauna in northern Thailand, and he told me that Mark Cuban is banging too many hookers on his private jet, got in some trouble, and that's why he had to turn woke.
So what's the limit? Like,
Wait, how do you go woke being alpha?
what's the
What is
line? Like,
going
where do you
on
draw
here?
the line? How many of these do you need to
And the story
bang?
started with I met a guy in a sauna. Let's just go there.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
no. What's the limit? Like, what's the upper bound? Like, what's too much on a private jet?
I don't know. He was taking it too far. I don't know.
Like 12 a week, 6 a week,
I mean,
3 a week.
some of these guys are going on 3 a day. I don't think Mark Cuban's got that type of
Evan, how many
stamina.
of these sauna stories do you have?
I got quite a few.
Listen, saunas is look, okay, I
Getting
have
worse,
something
Evan.
really important to say about saunas. Okay, saunas are the only place where men talk about their mental health, okay? That's all it is. That's where the only place where men care about other men and what they're up to because you're like, dude, saunas are amazing. Nowhere else will other people care about how men feel. It's just it is what it is.
So this is like the
Yeah,
sauna, the digital
it's
sauna,
a digital
right?
sauna.
Sauna Alpha. That's what we come here for. Sauna Alpha.
The sauna boys and girls.
Yeah, so Journey agrees. I mean, this guy was for real. This guy's legit.
Oh, I love the sauna, dude. I freaking do it like 3 to 4 times a week. It's great.
Yeah,
So he had to turn woke because he was blackmailed?
yeah, basically, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, once you turn woke, I don't know the exact reasoning, but it kind of makes sense. It wouldn't surprise me.
Was he going broke before that or after that?
Going broke or woke?
Once you go woke, you go broke.
Is he broke now? I don't even know. I don't follow Cuban.
Not yet.
Well,
I don't
he's
either.
not subscribed to me, so I'm just gonna assume he's broke.
No. Who got blocked by Mark Cuban?
I did because I was making fun of his glasses. I said that he looked like
Are you
Rachel Maddow.
serious? That's he blocked you for that?
Yeah, bro. Listen, I did a side by side, but seriously, if you look at his glasses and you look at hers, they do look alike.
I
Like they
can't
could be brother and
believe
sister.
somebody who's a billionaire is that sensitive that they're gonna block you for that.
It has
I
nothing to do with
mean,
being a billionaire, Evan. It's if you're a competitor. Like he must be an ultra competitor. There's a lot of people who are ultra competitors. They any little thing they'll use that for motivation. Like that's just part of the DNA.
Hey guys, I'm seeing some new faces in the space. Please repost this. Please comment. Please give me $4 a month by subscribing. So speaking of my subscription fee, Mike Alfred just subscribed to me. It was a 400. Sorry. Uh, he was the 420th person that subscribed to me, and I'm the first person he subscribed to on Twitter.
Wait,
So,
$4 a month? You doubled your price?
dude, demand went up.
Oh, I can't afford that,
And
man.
the supply is short, dude. It's a supply shock, Sean. It's a supply shock.
Dude, the price just keeps going. It's like Bitcoin. Like it just keeps going up over time.
I'm just here for the
Sean,
sauna.
next time you come on the space, it might be $8.
Oh
I mean,
my
my
god.
premium stuff I charge. Our bear market discount ended. Because that means the bear market's over. That's how you know the bear market. Because I ended my bear market discount. So it used to be 35 a month. Now it's 55. So
See, compared to that, it's a steal, right? Like
yeah,
Has
Mike,
everyone
dude,
on stage here got the subscription?
And
I pay Mike Alfred
subscription
two hundred
maxing
nineteen
is going to
dollars.
be the next thing.
I pay Mike Alfred $219 a month, and then he invites me on his premium spaces to talk. Like he wants me to do the work and pay him.
Dude, you know what? This is giving me great ideas, dude. This is insane. Look, since we're at the bottom, I'm gonna have to also increase my subscription price because once you make a lot of gains, you gotta be healthy. You gotta have a six pack. You gotta mog people, you know. So at the bear market bottoms, I'm raising my price too. This is smart. This is phenomenal.
Yeah, that's the view. Yeah. No, it's just community based and stuff. I mean, it's just funny, funny Bitcoin AI guy, Mike Alfred. You're paying him, and he wants you to run run all the show and all the shit. That's no, that's what happens too. Because I have guys in my Discord. I mean, we lost in the bear market. A lot of people like didn't don't, like we kind of lost a lot of people. I don't even make that much money from it anyway, and so I stopped like kind of paying my guys. I was only paying them a few $100 a month, but it's just when your Discord only brings in like 1,000 a month. Like I can't afford to pay. It's not worth it at that point to pay people. They're still doing stuff for me for free,
Like
giving me free trades.
$300 a month?
No. I would pay them that amount,
Yeah, that's what
but
I'm saying. That's
yeah.
like, what do you like? This is like your Thailand connection. Like, what kind of wages are you? What's going on here, Evan?
Well, they would get like 10% of the money it brought in.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
So it wasn't, it's not like,
Like, it
I'm
sounded like a
not
really
like,
low salary. I was
yeah. I
a
mean,
little.
if the Discord brought in 100 grand a month, they'd get 10 grand. But that's
Get
doesn't
some
bring that in.
benefits, some paid time off, or something.
No. I make them sign the W-9 or W-2 or whatever, so they have to pay taxes on the money. Because I want to write that off. I don't want to fucking pay taxes on that money. You know. But yeah, I mean, they get name recognition. I mean, obviously, if you got, they probably could DM people and try to, you never know what people do in these, the whole thing goes. You don't know what people are doing. I mean, when you got a Discord, there's always somebody trying to, when you join any trading Discord or any Bitcoin or crypto Discord, you immediately get DMs from like 4 different bots pretending to be Evan Aldo or whoever, and there's nothing I can do about it. Everyone bitches about it, but like I tested it out myself and joined a bunch of Discords, and I got the same thing from everybody. There's nothing you can do. Literally nothing. That's just Discord doesn't care. There's probably about 20 fake Evan Aldo accounts on Twitter that I had to block that I blocked. They always, you guys probably know it too. They retweet all your tweets. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge problem on the
Oh,
platform.
major. Yeah. I don't think that. Go ahead.
I had it with my account. Yeah.
Instagram's a little bit better now. I think they've cracked down a tiny bit. There's not as many, or at least maybe I don't have enough followers on there for it to make sense. But that used to be annoying because my friends in real life they weren't getting tricked, but they were like, it took them a few messages back and forth to figure it out. It wasn't really me. Um, it's the worst when you're like, you were dating a girl and you like ghost her and then she's messaging the fake you. You know what I mean? You're just like, oh God. And then I have to talk to this girl again to prevent her from
You're
getting
ghosting girls,
scammed
Evan?
by
Is what
what's
I'm hearing.
You're rugging
y-
your ex girlfriends. Is that what you told me?
I'm
Yeah, what is
obviously
going
Through
on
joking.
here?
bot
You guys
accounts?
know I don't get girls. You guys know I don't get girls. Come on.
You're making up fake accounts to rug your ex girlfriends, Evan. This is like
This is
another
like
level
petty
of
level,
risk.
like this is petty
Yeah.
matching.
You guys know I don't get girls, guys. You guys don't. I don't have ex girlfriends. You guys know all
Guys,
this.
we gotta stay on topic. We gotta bring it back to the markets. We're getting too sidetracked. This isn't the alpha community, so we could be a little bit more lax here, but we gotta stay somewhat close to topic. We can go off topic, right? But like, also we gotta wind down the space. It's been going out for a couple hours. But did we get to every speaker?
I think so.
You're not in trouble, Journey. I don't know why you sound so worried.
I'm not worried.
But yeah, I'm glad you and Jamie have squashed your beef. I'm glad I could contribute to turning something negative into a positive. It was going to happen regardless, but I'm just glad I sped up that process. Uh, Teddy, you got any other alpha, or you want to save that for the premium group?
Yeah, premium group chat, you know.
All right, J Dog, you want to play your dog sound? All right, Evan, you got anything?
Nah, have a good night, guys. 1 a.m. where I am. I'm gonna go sleep. Peace, guys.
All right, thanks, Jamie. You got anything? Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate you.
Yeah, nah, I love it. It's fucking great energy. Enjoy the culture. Appreciate your efforts. And Journey, appreciate you as well.
Subscribe to me, Jamie.
You got it, brother.
All right, Seth. Thank you for being here and subscribing to me. I think you're 422 or 423.
Yeah, I got robbed. I want to recount.
I could see the count. You gotta trust me, bro. Natalie, I can't save the number 500 spot for you, but I hope you get it. Shepard, you got anything? I think he fell asleep. All right. Well, if you enjoyed the space, comment below. Tell me your favorite part about the space. We're gonna wind it down. If you want to actually know the alpha, we're just here to have fun on this space. But if you want to know the actual alpha, subscribe to me. It'll be the best subscription. I guarantee it. And if you don't enjoy it, you can just unsubscribe. But you know, the speakers you have on stage right now are subscribed to me, and they all love it. Their lives have changed. You know, Journey has a 6-pack now. Teddy's rich. J Dog, you know, he's happy. Jamie's positive. Seth is happy. You know, Shepard's happy. We're all successful here, right? So if you want to join, you know, you could do that. All right, Journey, close it out.
Subscribe and yeah, man, that's I can't top what you just did. That's crazy.